Last night, the CHS homecoming court was announced. The nominees for Duke were Luis Fernando Galvez, Junior Calamafoni, Caleb Anthony Martinez, Jax Olson, and Noah Rutherford. And Fern Galvez was crowned king. And now it's time to find out who our homecoming queen will be. Our first Duchess is Addison Jones. Addison is the daughter of Jason and Amber Jones. She's being escorted by her father, Jason. Addison is a 4-year member of the Mighty Bobcat Band and a drum major for the last 2 years. She was also a 3-year member of the All-Region Band and advanced to the 6A area auditions 2 years in a row. She's also a varsity member of the Bobcat softball team. Addison wishes to attend UT Austin and major in finance. Our next Duchess is Junie Kim. Junie's the daughter of An-Lee and Zhang Kim. Junie is being escorted by her father, Jay Kim. Junie is a 3-year member of Central Cheer, 2-year captain. She was chosen as a 3-time All-American cheerleader. She's also a member of BPA, TAFE, DECA, Student Council, and a member of CATS. Junie wants to attend either Texas A&M or Baylor and plans to major in nursing. Our next Duchess is Kerrigan Nesledge. Kerrigan is the daughter of Kira Nesledge. She's being escorted by her brother Trey Nesledge. Kerrigan is a Central mascot and a 1-year All-American mascot. She's also a 4-year member of the track and field team and a Lady Cat volleyball player for 3 years. Kerrigan is also a member of National Honor Society and in the top 5% of her class. She's also a member of Student Council, CATS, the Youth SOS member, and Tri-Phi president. Kerrigan wishes to attend either TCU or Baylor and major in pre-medicine. Our next Duchess is Kalia Quintanilla. Kalia is the daughter of Thor and Christian Quintanilla. Kalia is being escorted by her mother, Christian Quintanilla. Kalia is the president of FCCLA. She's also a 3-year member of the Texans, a member of the National Honor Society, CATS, and Tri-Phi. Kalia plans to attend Texas Tech University and major in Human Development and Family Sciences. Our final Duchess is Sophie Scott. Sophie's the daughter of Billy and Laura Scott. She's being escorted by her dad, Billy. Sophie's a 4-year officer and currently the president of Speech and Debate. She's a multiple state and national finalist in Speech and Debate. She's also the current senior class treasurer. Sophie's a member of National Honor Society, Student Council, CATS, Tri-Phi, and Young Life. She plans to attend the University of Arkansas and major in communications and marketing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Central Principal Mrs. Ross, with the help of Student Council, will crown your 2024 Homecoming Queen. And the Queen is... Pause for effect. Junie Kim! Student Council wants to thank JROTC, Mrs. Hogue, Mrs. Bush, Miss Russell, Company Printing, Southwest Floral, Hawkins Battery, all of our Central teachers and staff, and of course, Mrs. Ross. Your Majesty, let's see the Queen wave. We have to have the Queen wave. Congratulations. Good evening, and welcome once again to San Angelo Stadium for this game between the Waco Lions and your Central Bobcats.
The game is being conducted according to the rules and regulations of the University Interscholastic League. Regardless of the outcome of tonight's game, all the players have proven their willingness to work and sacrifice in order to achieve athletic excellence. We ask that you as a spectator consider the time and effort each of these teams, coaches, and athletes have put forth. Cheerleaders, young athletes are applaud them, but do not through any of your actions cause them to doubt the value of athletics. By your conduct, allow these young people to feel pride in their community and school. While your sportsmanlike actions may play only a small part of the outcome of the game, they will play a greater role in continuing to encourage competitive athletics. We also ask that you show your appreciation to the students who will be taking part indirectly in tonight's game. The cheerleaders, the bands, the pep squad, and the students who supported their teams at home and away. These young people play an important role in their team's success. In accordance with UIL policy, please remember no fans are allowed on the field at any time. No fans are allowed on the field at any time. It's time for our school songs, and as always, the visitors go first. With the Waco High School song, here's the Waco Lions Marching Band. Doing the gift exchange will be Student Council President, Co-President Carly Martinez, Vice President Sadie Vasquez, members Chloe Self, Charlie Lozano, Tyler Jackson, Cara Chapa, Aliana Munoz, Mia Monsidius, and Jalen Canada.
So we got enough room for her. Usually I have like 3 girls.
All right, Bobcat Nation, everybody up as the mighty Bobcat Band plays the Central High School song.
From San Angelo Stadium, Central High School Bobcat Football 2024 is on the air, live and streaming for West Texas and the world on Pixelcast Media's Concho Sports Network. Tonight's broadcast is produced by San Angelo's own Pixelcast Media, and Bobcat football is presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. This is the third time they will meet, but it's been since 1958. And the Bobcats trying to go 3 wins in a row, which hasn't happened in quite a while in these parts, as they take on the Lions from Waco High School. The Central Bobcats at 2-2, the 2-2 Waco High Lions. It's on tonight on Concho Sports Network Live. We are about 13 minutes away from our scheduled 7 o'clock kickoff. Sun is in the West Texas sky, and of course there's going to be a huge crowd here. Not just because the Bobcats are on a 2-game winning streak and everybody's feeling that, but it's homecoming as well. They had the homecoming court. We'll give you some more details on that coming up. So parents, exes, a lot of people here ready to make some noise as the Bobcats take on the Waco Lions for the first time since '58. Welcome to the Pixelcast Media Countdown to Kickoff. I'm Darren Prater. Shay Harris is our producer, and Larry Holscher is with me this week. Arland is off, and so Larry Holscher, it's been a while, Coach.
Yes, sir. It's been a while working with you. I'm excited to do that again, and for me, it's kind of cool to be back at San Angelo Stadium. You know, I roamed those sidelines for quite a few years, so it's good to be back here, especially at homecoming.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a fun night. It's going to be loud because people follow the Bobcats anyway, but there's sure a general good feeling this season because so many times they've come close to getting a win and didn't get it. They almost caught up, didn't get it done. A lot of heartbreaks, but they got it done against Abilene Cooper. They pulled out the win. The defense got the interception to seal the deal. And then last week, for the first time in quite a while, the Bobcats not only won 2 games in a row, they beat Belton decisively, 33-8. Belton didn't score until the 4th quarter. And it's been a while since they just dominated a team without any kind of drama. No quarter where we spot them 20 points.
Right.
And when that doesn't happen, hey, we can beat some people. So Belton made it 2 in a row. Waco would make it 3. And that really put a spring in the steps of the orange-clad folks here on homecoming night. Bye week next week to get ready for Legacy on the road as district play begins.
You know, and a win tonight only makes going into that bye week that much better. You know, it takes a little pressure off of both the kids and the coaches going into a bye week with a win. You know, your steps a little fresher in practice. Everything's a little crisper. You know, and it just makes it a whole lot more enjoyable going into bye week after a win instead of a loss.
Unfortunately, Colton Hill still not healthy. We don't know if we'll have him back this season. Everybody else pretty healthy in the bye week and get everybody rested up and healed heading into the big Legacy game. But taking care of business tonight will be a real good feather in the cap of the Bobcats. 1958 is the last time they played. Central won that 22-15. So Waco folks have been praying for a long time to get a rematch to avenge that loss of their great-grandfathers.
I'm sure their great-granddaddies will be excited for that too.
Yeah, go get them, avenge it. Both these teams have had some early success after going 1-9 last season. Waco's 2-2. A big improvement from last year. Program hasn't had more than 2 wins in a season since 2017. Haven't been to the playoffs since 2015 when they went out in the first round. So the Waco Lions, Coach Lyndon Helt brings his team in. They were 1-9, 0-8 in their district. They lost to Granbury. This is a strange score, 3-0 in the season opener. Beat Corsicana in week 2, 20-6. They beat Cleburne, the Yellow Jackets, 27-20 in overtime, so they've seen some thrillers. They did lose to the Navasota Rattlers, who've been struggling a bit this season. They got back on the winning track against the Lions, 34-12. It was 2017 they had the 6-5 record and lost to Ennis in the playoffs. Just make sure I got that right instead of 2015. They are 5A Division II, Region 3, District 10. Waco Waco University, the U-Dogs. This is the high, by the way.
Right, Waco High.
And then there's the U-Dogs, the high versus the U. Brian Rutter, who haven't made the playoffs at all, ever. Brenham, always strong. Colleen Ellison, as well as the Belton team that we met and soundly defeated last week. They have 504 passing yards, averaging 126 per game, 3 touchdown passes, 2 interceptions, over 500 yards rushing, 5 rushing touchdowns. They've lost 2 fumbles. They did attempt a couple of field goals, didn't make any of them. So the Bobcats decisively have the advantage over them in that department.
Right, and this is going to be a good, check game for Waco, since now they're playing somebody that's got a common opponent with them. They have a good feel of Belton after tonight. By the way, sorry.
No, it's all right.
You're talking about 1958, so I just did a little trivia here. The number 1 song in 1958 for their granddaddies. Go ahead.
1958. Let me think. Earth Angel, Earth Angel.
That was a good song, but it was Volare by Domenico Modugno.
I have no idea.
They beat out the Everly Brothers, All I Have to Do Is Dream, and Elvis Presley, the King, Don't I Beg You.
They unseated the King.
They unseated the King, man in 1958.
Flexing the 1958 knowledge.
Well,
man. That's awesome.
You got to love the net.
When I lived in Waco, when I moved to San Angelo from Waco, I spent 6 years there. They did go to state. They lost to Lamarck, like many people, in 2006. They had a running back named Jared Salubi, who went on to go to Baylor. Of course, Coach Johnny Tusa was there a long time, retired a few years later. So it's Lyndon Helt's team right now. Well, the defense is getting some good press lately for the Bobcats after being beat up time and time again. They got it done last week. 140 yards of offense is what they held Belton to. They forced 2 turnovers, including on the second play from scrimmage, an interception, 6 punts. They ended another drive with the 4th down stop. Gabriel Rodriguez's interception was the first one. Zayden Norton also got one. Central scored on 5 of its 6 drives in the first half for a 26-0 lead at halftime.
That's always nice to go into halftime with a 26-0 lead. The key being the nothing, because that's kind of been Central's Achilles heel for a while, is their defense.
Yeah, and the defense is playing angry orange.
Exactly. I mean, got to get back to the old days of eat.
Yeah.
It was a way of life. It wasn't just the dinner table. It was a way of life. You ate up your opponents and took away their will to want to play the game, and that's a sign of a good defense.
Of course, on offense, the Beast has to be fed touchdowns. We'll talk more about that coming up. Bobcats put the game away in the 3rd quarter with a 20-play, 90-yard drive. It took 8 minutes off the clock, Larry. 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
You got to like it.
So they were able to eat up most of the 3rd. They were up 33-0. And Belton did score and get a 2-point conversion, but it was all elementary at that point as the Bobcats went on to win 33-8. We are awaiting the appearance of the Waco Lions and your San Angelo Central Bobcats in front of the homecoming crowd. And Larry, you never know what could happen on homecoming at San Angelo Stadium.
No, absolutely not, because the atmosphere at San Angelo Stadium is always electric. If you can't get up to play here at home, there's probably something wrong with you. And if you can't get up to play homecoming here with the crowd and how electric it's going to be tonight, you may want to check into some things, because something ain't right. This is one that just to walk out of that tunnel, and this is from personal experience, when you walk out of that tunnel and this crowd goes nuts and the band's playing, you can't help but your pulse rate to go up, your adrenaline to go up, and know that you're about to get into a great fight.
Man, that's one of those experiences that you just really can't top in life.
No, I mean, you take your best day, right? Mm-hmm. You got that in your mind? Your best day is when you walk out of the doors, coming out down the stairs to walk out on that field, and then you get in this tunnel, and all you can see is the light from these stadium, and you get the blow-up head and all of that, but it's just electric. Take your best day and multiply it by 10, and that's the adrenaline.
Heck yeah. And in the end, you get a win. That's got to be a great feeling, especially when it hasn't happened in a while. We got 2 in a row going. Can we do 3? The Central Bobcats homecoming 2024. Don't forget the Hail Mary homecoming, Hill to Imler on 2022. That was a real classic. One thing we've learned, don't celebrate early.
No.
The Wiley crowd
No.
they learned that the hard way. This is the Pixelcast Media Countdown to Kickoff. We'll take a break. Players to watch coming up. Your starting lineups and the coin toss and kickoff between the Bobcats and the Lions. Coming up from San Angelo Stadium, you're watching Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
Pain is never planned, and recovery time is never convenient. But the last thing you want to do is wait for answers. At Angelo MRI, you are more than a number. We can get you results within 24 hours at a price you can afford. So when you need to get back into the game fast, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI. We hope you don't need us this season. But in case you do, remember, it's your health, your choice, your MRI.
The sights and sounds of Friday night in West Texas. No place like San Angelo Stadium. Homecoming 2024, and the Bobcats of Central are on the field. You see the Texans, you'll see more of them along with the band at halftime. But the Bobcats are in their white pants tonight, the orange jerseys with the white numerals, orange helmets. The Waco Lions have made their way out onto the field. Both teams 2-2, got a little bit of momentum going in the season, better than the last for sure. Waco will have their black pants on. Their colors are officially red and white, but you had a little black in there. It's all right. Let's take a look at some of the players to watch. For the Bobcats, Squeaky English, of course. He threw for 170 yards and a touchdown on 14 of 29 passing last week. Had 8 carries, 55 yards, and 2 TDs. Darius Hewitt had 13 carries for 50 rushing yards, though. Edwards had 2 touchdowns, 6 catches, 92 yards. So those are with Colton Hill out. Jimmy Edwards has become a favorite target for Squeaky English, but we have several guys that can catch the ball. But English can also run if need be. He can bail us out, and that's pretty good to know. Defensively, Mason Van Sickle, he is the leader on defense. He doesn't always play offense, but when he does, he catches touchdown passes. He is the most interesting man in the world. I always think of that.
Well, he's a heck of a football player is what he is.
Gabriel Rodriguez, almost a pick six. He got to the 2 with the interception on the second play from scrimmage last week. Set up the Bobcats at the 2-yard line. They scored a few plays later with the Jimmy Edwards run. But Zayden Norton, let's not forget Zayden Norton. He got an interception. Basically took the ball away. I thought that Belton made the catch. He gets in there and just takes it away and gets an interception. So the Bobcat defense is flying high, but the Bobcat offense putting forth some numbers as well. And that's your players to watch. Captains are on the field. For the Bobcats, Ricardo Perusia is out there. Jaden Torres-Jackson, as we prepare for the coin toss.
Jose Puente is also one of the captains, as well as Hector Topete.
For the Lions, the Bobcats. Christian Lara. Can't leave out the tight end. Christian Lara, he has a touchdown reception.
Lions will have the ball first.
Is the fan blowing your papers all over the place? Oh, what an atmosphere as the captains come off the field. It's the Bobcats and the Lions. They haven't met since the 50s, since soda shops. And I don't think there was even a McDonald's around back then.
And the King.
You betcha. King. 1958, the Bobcats did win that. Evan Vaughn will kick it off for the home team. It's about to get loud here. Huge crowd on the home side. Waco, they brought a few people. It's a 4-hour drive, so.
And tonight, as you're watching this, Central's going left to right. They'll be kicking it out, which means they're going to get the ball in the second half. And right now, there's really absolutely no wind. Very light. If anything, it's coming out of the northeast. But the flag is pretty much sitting straight down.
We're just about ready to go. Ain't it great to be in West Texas on homecoming night 2024? The whistle and Evan Vaughn is ready to go. Bobcats, Lions, Central, Waco. Our kickoff's brought to you by Shirts Landscape Company. This one will two-hop and will be returned, secured around the 8-yard line out past the 20. Be about a 12, 13-yard return for the Waco High Lions.
I mean, that ball just kind of hit and died. He was expecting for a little more of a bounce so he could get it on the run, and it just kind of died on him.
Not much there, but at least he didn't fumble it. But the Bobcats have been letting the other teams make the mistakes. Let them go ahead and have a few, fumble a few, interceptions, penalties. First down from the 19 to the sideline, and there's not much there, past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Mason Van Sickle was in on that, getting him out of bounds, along with Gabriel Rodriguez.
Right, and that pass was caught by Whitaker for Waco. The starting lineup for Waco, starting at Z is Whitaker, at H is Rhines. Out at quarterback is number 5, Young. At running back is number 22, Smith. Over at the F is number 1, Lloyd. And X is number 16, Townsend, as they give the ball to Smith.
On second down, Smith carries, trying to find some room to run. He doesn't get very far. Short of the 25, just about right on the 25-yard line. And that's going to bring up third down. He was brought down by Luis Angel Garcia.
And finishing that starting lineup for Waco, over at right tackle is number 60, Contreras. Right guard, number 77, Young. At center, 52 is Tolliver. 57, Smith at left guard, and 79, Ward is over here at left tackle.
So it's third down and 5 from the 25. They throw across the middle, and I think one of the Bobcats got a hand on that. It's going to fall to the turf, incomplete. It'll be a 3-and-out. The defense does their job, as Kason Rogers, I think, got a hand on that.
As we look at this medical arts instant replay, I think Central is probably lucky because there was a lot of contact made before the ball ever got there. It went right through Lloyd's hands, right into 17. He almost came away with a pick. Gabriel Rodriguez did, but just a little bit too much spice on that ball.
Young punts it. Jimmy Edwards is waiting on it. So we'll see what the Bobcat offense can do. So far, so good. The defense, a little 3-and-out for the Waco Lions, who have not scored a heck of a lot of points this season. I believe the average is 14 per game. Christian Squeaky English, the senior quarterback, leads the Bobcats out onto the field. Number 3. He can run, he can pass. His favorite target has been Jimmy Edwards lately. Gavin Johnson is in. Top of your screen, all the way over. On first down from the 35 for the Bobcats, moving left to right. Quick throw, and that's a simple first down to the 49-yard line, close to midfield.
And it was a pretty RPO. They fake counter. You'll see the guard and the tackle pull, and they just a little stop route by number 2. So the starting lineup after this play for Central.
Brought to you by Nami. To the right side and into Waco Lion territory for a few.
As Darren said just a minute ago, number 3, English at quarterback, number 22, Hewitt at running back. At tight end, when they have one, will be Stribling. At at the Z will be Gavin Johnson, number 12. At the X will be Jimmy Edwards, number 18. At the slot will be Jaden Mack. The left tackle will be Cole. The left guard, Kalamafani. Center, Martinez. Right guard, Boyd. And at right tackle will be Kyler Price.
Starting lineups brought to you by Nami. They hand it off, and it doesn't go anywhere. Darius Hewitt stopped dead in his tracks that time. Hey, aerial footage. Gavin Johnson looks at the sideline. Now he'll go up top. Stribling is 81. To Uta Kalamafani on the left side of the line. That's Junior, folks. Junior is a senior. Squeaky English has time. That offensive line looking good. Squares up, throws!
And that is a great catch and a massive hit by Waco along the sideline, but that's going to be good for a first down. And I will hit the defensive side for Waco on the Nami starting lineup. At left end is 41 Daniels. At nose is number 95 Fuente. Right end, 55 Dugas. At the Sam backer is number 8 Rhines. At Mike is Ogude. And at wheel is 40 Johnson. Nice little bubble pass.
Going
out.
For it.
You know, you got to love a bubble screen that goes for 9 yards to get you 2nd and 2. At free safety, number 23 Livingston. At Rocket, number 9 Neal. And at the Rover safety is Johnson. And then bracketing on the corners, number 25 Campos and number 2 Johnson.
Angelo Campos made the stop for the Waco Lions. In it back, Darius Hewitt dribbling to the right. The tight end, and the whistle blows. You have a timeout?
It looked like the right tackle moved a little bit for Central, and they're going to get them for illegal motion. That should push them back to 2nd and 7.
Prior to the snap, false start.
So that
72
makes the Bobcats
offense.
up 5.
Replay
Good
the
drive
down.
going so far. The ref mic working. Olivas Restoration and Solar bringing you our penalties tonight. Look out for Edwards. He's wide to the right. Squeaky throws wide open. Couldn't get it there. Off the mark to Gavin Johnson inside the 15-yard line.
You know, and they both had the idea. They both knew what was going on, and just a little bit off on communication on when that stop was going to happen. They found that window between that corner and that safety, and English laid a beautiful pass out there, just a little bit too wide.
8:10 to go first quarter. It was 3 and out for Waco. This is the first possession for the Bobcats. 3rd and 7 from the 23. Hands it off. Ball carrier goes inside the 30-yard line. Whoa! And that was Darius Hewitt again.
Right, you know, and that time it's off of just a little jet sweep to a power weak.
Hewitt had 13 carries, 50 rushing yards last week. Somebody moved. I think it was the defense this time.
Yeah, there's a good chance it's going to be offsides on the defense, especially looking at their defensive coach out there. He's not happy with the nose tackle. I mean, he's over the ball.
Was that Kelvin Young, 77? Uh-oh.
It was Puente, I do believe,
Defense
that
with contact.
Was offsides,
5-yard penalty.
encroachment.
4th down.
You know, once again, he's the nose tackle, so he's right over the top of that ball.
The orange starburst and the beast. This is the beast. The beast is hungry on homecoming night. Squeaky tries to escape, and he won't do it. He tried to cut back, and he was cut down by Lil Stephen Lloyd. Lil Stephen got the stop for the Waco Lions.
Yeah, he decided he was going to go it alone here. All he has to do is just keep following those big nasties right in there, and one little cut move inside, and who knows where he's going.
Instant replay brought to you by Medical Arts Pharmacy. 7.5 to go in the first quarter. No score. Bobcats just outside the Angelo MRI red zone. Kasner Stribling in motion. Squeaky throws the little screen, and
yes, I really love the development of this screen. You know, it's a little twist on it that you normally don't see. They put that tight end in motion, and they actually doubled that corner out to the side. You know, now you got somebody, if the corner's blocked, you got somebody to move on up to safety. Really cool design to that one.
We're seeing a lot of wrinkles, a lot of new things, exciting things on the offensive side of things formation-wise. Hands it off inside the Angelo MRI red zone, inside the 10-yard line. That's going to be a 1st and goal for the Bobcats.
You know, and this is just some power running.
Darius
right there,
Hewitt
just lowers his shoulder for another 2 yards. You got to love that by Hewitt.
5'9", 180 pounds. Darius Hewitt. Oh, he's just a sophomore, Larry. You know that, right?
I did not. That makes it even better.
There's some young talent on this team.
If he's 5'9", 180, he'll be hopefully 5'10", 200 by his senior year.
Hewitt is in. Jimmy Edwards on the right. They hand it off. Power running close to the 5, and they'll throw him backwards, but his forward motion will get him to the 5-yard line. Again, a good tough run from Darius Hewitt.
You know, and what I loved about that run, right, that run was his patience. He got behind his pulling lineman and just sat there for a little bit and found his cut and just jumped in it. And if you ever wonder what SA Stadium looks like at homecoming, there you go. It's a beautiful picture.
And here's to the Waco fans that made that long trip. That's some diehards there. 2nd down and 8 from the 8. So 2nd down and goal for the Bobcats. The squeaky rolls to the right, throws to the end zone. It's caught. It's an Alpha Paving Bobcat touchdown. Guess who?
Gavin Johnson.
That's Jimmy Edwards. Number 18, Jimmy. Let's take a look at the Medical Arts Pharmacy. If I'm wrong, I'll admit it. The offensive line's keeping them off of him. So
you're right. It looked like a 2 up here to me.
Jimmy Edwards.
Making good on his time out there.
Yes, he has done a fabulous job. And Squeaky's comfortable getting the ball to him, knows he has good hands. So here's the extra point from Evan Vaughn. Brett Jones, who got to play a little bit of quarterback last week in the 4th quarter. Hold from Jones. And no good. Well, Vaughn, he's an excellent kicker. He has to miss 1 extra point a game. So no good. 5:18 to go in the 1st quarter. The Bobcats strike first blood. It's 6-0. Squeaky to Jimmy Edwards for the Bobcat touchdown. Homecoming night 2024. We'll be back with more from San Angelo Stadium. It is rocking tonight. You're watching Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Would you like a time-lapse of your construction project? Damon Bell Photography and Drone Services. Need to check your roof for hail damage but don't want to climb up that rickety ladder? Perhaps you're selling property. We also cover sports and weddings. Damon Bell Photography and Drone Services.
Save $10,000 on a new 2024 GMC Sierra 1500 truck. That's right. You could save $10,000 on a new Sierra Pro Crew Cab. Drive a new GMC Terrain and save $5,000. Or save $5,000 on a new Buick Encore. $10,000 off a new GMC Sierra. $5,000 off a new GMC Terrain. Or $5,000 off a new Buick Encore. That's huge savings. Mitchell Buick GMC, your hometown dealer.
Welcome back to San Angelo Stadium, the aerial view of Homecoming 2024. You're watching Central Bobcats football live on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. Kickoffs brought to you by Shirts Landscape Company. I'm Darren Prater. Larry Holscher is alongside, educator and coach. So far, so good, Coach. Squeaky English to Jimmy Edwards for the touchdown strike, 6-0. The PAT was no good by Vaughn. Here's the Scherzer Landscape Company kickoff.
You know, and the best part of that is they drained a lot of clock on that drive. You know, they had first downs along that drive, you know, and that only gives your offense confidence as you go forward when you can sustain a drive. It wasn't an explosive play. It was one that they had to work down there and then make good on. And sometimes those are the best ones, especially early in a game.
Mm-hmm. It's good to score early and get out and get a little comfortable and not have the glaring mistakes that have happened early on in the game for the Bobcats that have disappeared as of late.
Yeah, I mean, they only had one, that illegal motion. That was quickly changed over with by the defense.
Nothing was blocked. There wasn't a whole lot of penalties. Nobody fumbled.
Exactly.
Coach Mark Smith in his first season as the head man of this Central program, he knows all eyes are on him. And he went back to his alma mater on homecoming night, and Bobcats beat the team he used to play for over at Shotwell. First time we've won there in a while. First time we beat Cooper in a while. A lot of stuff accomplished. Looking to throw. He's going to put it up top. He's got a man wide open, and he overthrows him. That appeared to be catchable, but he couldn't bring it in. That was Chase Rhines.
You know, and all Chase did was a little stop and go, you know, and Central's secondary bit on the stop, and he was able to get behind them a good 3 yards, just a little outside of his reach. Beautiful pass.
Yeah, he's got a good arm, this R.J. Young. He's a senior, 6'2", 210. Big guy.
Yeah, he's even up here, he's a big-looking young man.
Homecoming. Cheerleaders, Texans, homecoming court. It is 3rd and 9. Can the Bobcats get another 3 and out as he's back to throw, and it's high and complete. And one of the Bobcats was sticking to him like glue.
Right, you know, they just went with a 5-yard stop cut, like a quick game, all stops, and he threw that one a little high to where only he could get it, but it was a little bit too high. And even at that, the defender was on him, so he was going to have to break a tackle to get a first down. He was about 2 yards short.
Zaki Haynes is a senior. That's who was on the coverage for the Bobcats. And here's the punt on 4th and 9. Calls for a fair catch. Oh, that gets your heart rate up. Jimmy Edwards gets it. The Bobcats have great field position on the 43-yard line. Moving left to right with 4:21 to go. In the first quarter, they lead 6-0.
Yeah, that gets a little scary when you're catching the ball away from your body like that. You know, he was reaching out for it instead of being under it. But he did a good job of falling on it.
I like how they try to make things exciting and get the fans. Yeah, last week was special. It's like, let's just whoop them. No drama.
Well, so far tonight, they've looked really, really solid. We'll see how they handle their second offensive possession. 1st and
10 from the 42. There goes the flag as Squeaky throws right, ball caught. That's Gavin. We'll see what the flag was all about as Gavin Johnson gets the reception in Lion territory. It's an Olivas Restoration solo penalty.
Tackled by number 25, Campos. He's at left corner for Waco.
Illegal formation, 75 offense. 5-yard penalty.
It's against the Bobcats. So that'll back the Bobcats up. Don't want to go backwards. Things were going so well. 4:13 to go in the first.
Yeah, that'll put them behind the chains a little bit for a 1st and 15.
The sack leader for the Lions, Jamion Douglas, the junior defensive end. He has a sack. Brian Daniels and Chance Rhines each have a sack. Isaiah Livingston has their interception. Not tonight, though. Not yet, and we hope not at all. Jimmy Edwards breaks right to the 39-yard line.
You know, and that'll be good for 2 yards on just a little screen out to number 2.
Isaiah Livingston on the stop. That interception leader we were just talking about. Chance Rhines has caused 2 fumbles. They've recovered 2. Jamal Johnson and Terrence Johnson this season. They jet sweep. Going to hand it off. Ball's on the ground.
And Waco has looked like they have jumped down on the ball. That's going to be recovered.
And they are an excited bunch. That's going to be Waco Lion ball. Chase Rhines, the junior, ends up with the football. Those are the kind of mistakes we just need to shake, especially early on like this.
You know, but they did a really good job getting a hand on that arm just to rip that ball away. You know, you got to give Waco High a little credit for that, and then hustling to get the ball. So you kind of expect, you know, with the sudden change for Waco to come out kind of like they did the last series and take a shot right now into the end zone.
Why not? 6-0, 3:11 to go first quarter. Waco covers the fumble. That's 3 they've recovered this season. Have a flag.
Illegal motion by Waco High, and it looked like it was just going to be an OZ, an outside zone. But somebody got a little antsy to go block. And now that'll put them behind the chains with the 1st and 15.
All in the 35. They haven't had much offensive production. Bobcats are doing everything they can to help them, though.
No, they're looking for their first down.
Pitch right. Wrapped up and down he goes. Mason Van Sickle stopped him dead in his tracks.
You know, and that's going to be a loss of 2 more.
And that was Mason Smith. So Mason came in and tackled Mason on the pitch from R.J. Young. Those are the kind of things that have improved. Not arm tackling, not letting them get past the first guy when you can stop them for a loss. And Van Sickle gets it done. What a leader he's been. And every now and then he catches a touchdown pass just for fun. Here we go, Edwards. Whoops, excuse me, wrong guy. Avoiding the pressure, Young's going to throw. It's going to be way overthrown. Incomplete.
Yeah, that was really good coverage by both the corner and the safety for the Bobcats.
Bryant Whitaker, the intended target. He has 3 touchdown receptions, so he is dangerous.
You know, Darren, that right there is just a great job. That was a coverage errant throw for Waco right there. I mean, Central was just all over the receivers. They had nowhere to go but to try to send it.
On 3rd and 17, they throw, ball caught. But it's going to be well short of the yardage needed for the first down. He went down at the 34-yard line. There's an Olivas restoration and solar penalty.
Illegal formation. More than 4 in the backfield. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay, 3rd down.
It's going to remain 3rd down, but that's going to push them back another 3 yards to about 3rd and 21. You know, I just got a text. We've got some guys watching us all the way from Minnesota tonight.
Oh yeah?
Yes, sir. The Game 1 crew is watching this game in Minnesota, America.
We appreciate that. We really do. That's cool.
That's pretty cool. You know, I'm sure they're cool right now in Minnesota. Probably a little cooler than we are here in Texas.
Oh, yeah.
But it's always good to have Game 1 watching.
Yeah. We'll bless your game too, guys. Appreciate y'all. Here we go. 4th and 22. As Young looks to the sideline. They may call a timeout here. Coach Mark Smith going to talk things over with his troops. 6-0 with under 2 minutes to go in the first period of play. Bobcats scored. English to Edwards for the opening touchdown.
So you got a 4th and long right here with trips to the boundary, it looks like right now. You know, you kind of expect maybe some type of screen up there. I know that sounds crazy, but you got numbers.
Young from the shotgun. He has it back to his right. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Bobcats Here they come from the outside. Looking, young, throwing.
And he is going to be, he caught the ball a yard short and is going to be short, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. Right there, you run a route 1 yard short.
Had to go up for it. A little bit high.
You know, they had another guy there to try to screen the tackle on this Medical Arts instant replay. Great look, too, because you kind of got to look right behind it, which was a really nice look. So, but yeah, just a little bit short.
Check out Jaden Torres-Jackson, the senior defensive back. On stop for the Bobcats. Made sure he didn't go any further. Bobcats get the ball back with 1:54 to go in the first. 1st and 10 from their own 26. Defense doing their job, and the offense pretty darn well, leading 6-0, and that's a run on the left side of the line that's about a yard shy of a first down. Here's the Medical Arts Pharmacy instant replay.
You know, and once again, you kind of get a H power that he breaks out to the outside, as does Hewitt for a 9-yard gain to bring up 2nd and 1.
Elijah Allen has gotten.
But we've got a flag on that play, holding. Looks like it's going to be holding on the Bobcats, which will turn that 2nd and 1 all the way back to like a 1st and 19.
What's that, 3 penalties on us?
I believe so, yes, sir.
Squeaky looking at the sideline.
So that puts us behind the chains with a 1st and 19 or a short drive over to Eola.
Squeaky on 1st and 20 from the 17. Clock is running at 1:16 in the first. Pump fake. Now looks to the left. Plenty of time. What's he going to do? He's going to chunk it.
You know, that's a really good heads-up play by Gavin Johnson. You know, it was supposed to be a bubble screen and go, and they had it covered, and when Squeaky started scrambling, you saw Johnson bring his route that was going back to the middle of the field, back to the sideline, and, you know, probably a half a second too late, the ball getting there for a first down.
Nice to have an experienced offensive line, all seniors except one sophomore and a junior.
Well, the offensive line's where it all starts, man.
Oh, yeah.
These games are won and lost by the offensive line, I can promise you. The guys who never get the credit, but they're the reasons why people win or lose.
Bobcats insider Monday.
Wow.
Gavin Johnson turns, goes up, makes the catch.
What an absolutely beautiful throw and catch. I mean, that thing hit his hand, and it was out of his hand towards Gavin Johnson. You see Johnson flying up the field and just turning on this Medical Arts replay.
Check it out. See if he was in bounds. They're saying he wasn't. It's incomplete. Oh, well, hey.
So now we see the NFL rules kind of trickling down to high school to where they did not think that was a football move, you know, a catch, a total pirouette, and then a third step down before he gets separated from the ball. Looked like a catch to me, but I know how these new rules are, and it is what it is.
I'm glad you could clarify that, Larry.
I mean, he caught the ball, took 2 steps on a turn, and then another step up the field before he was separated from the ball. What we can't see is whether he was juggling the ball on the pirouette.
Bobcats head to the sidelines. 2nd down.
But the timing of that pass and catch was phenomenal.
And Gavin Johnson, he's not going anywhere. We'll hear from him later on. We'll take a break. It's 6-0. San Angelo Central leads the Waco Lions here on Homecoming 2024. What a Friday night here in West Texas. You're watching Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
San Angelo, it's time to invest in your home and protect your future. Olivas Restoration and Solar, your trusted partner in roofing, solar, insulation, and fencing. Call Olivas Restoration and Solar today for your free consultation.
Since 1957, Medical Arts Pharmacy has been your neighborhood professionals, welcoming you when you come in and delivering when you can't. Through all the advancements in medicine, therapies, and equipment, Medical Arts has grown with you to make sure your family has the very latest in care. Today, we can offer you immunizations, all of your medicines in special multi-dose packaging, and compounding right here in your neighborhood pharmacy, where some things have changed with the times, but the best things never will. Medical Arts Pharmacy.
Central Bobcats football is on the air and presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Bobcats lead 6-0. This is 2nd down and 20. Squeaky looking for somebody to throw to, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, he looked like he almost completed the ball to the defensive ends coach on the sideline, but the defensive ends coach dropped it. You know, at least I think that's what he coaches is the defensive ends over here.
Get a lap.
All hands, you know.
4th down.
So that'll bring up a punt for the Bobcats. And sitting back about 50 yards, 48 yards is returner for Waco, and it's going to drop at the 50 and bounce. But it hit Waco
ball.
And it's live.
Did the Bobcats get on it? It's a pile of humanity.
I want to say it looked like Waco was able to trap it up underneath them. But, as a guy that was blocking, it hit and it got right into his feet.
Yeah, that was Jamal Dudley Johnson that ended up with the football.
You'll see it right there, and they actually kick it forward. There for a minute they thought it was soccer. And then you see it between their legs, but Waco High does a good job of staying with it and coming back up with the ball. So a missed opportunity there for the Bobcats. They had a chance to turn it around and get back on offense.
Waco recovered a Bobcat fumble earlier. That makes 3 they've recovered on the season. Here we go. 1st and 10 from the 29. 39 seconds left. Bobcats have 2 timeouts, and none have been called by the Lions yet. Young throws. Somebody got a hand on that, and somebody's helmet came off. A lot of stuff going on. Incomplete. Officials trying to raise the roof.
Yeah, so that's going to be Wyatt Buck that comes out of the game. He lost his helmet on that play when they were able to bat the ball away from Young. We see this trips to the boundary once again with the running back strong. You start wondering, they're going to start picking on that. They've got numbers, and the running back is going to rumble on down for about an 8-yard gain.
That's Mason Smith. He is a senior.
And all they did was they took that tight end, doubled the end, and it's going to go back to Smith.
Try it again, but nothing doing this time. Bobcats all over it as Riley Owens got to him.
And that puts Waco once again in a 4th down. This time it's 4th and 3 for the Tigers.
Here's the Medical Arts Pharmacy. Yeah, that's the end of the quarter, by the way.
Lions.
What'd you say?
I said Tigers. Tigers and Lions and Bears. And
oh
my.
We'll be back at San Angelo Stadium after this on Homecoming Night 2024. It's 6-0 Bobcats. You're watching Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
When having a truck is essential, you should drive a Tundra from Mitchell Toyota. A Toyota Tundra is a formidable combination of power, space, and technology. Plus, it's a great-looking truck. Mitchell Toyota, where we put the deal back in dealership.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Welcome back to San Angelo Stadium. You're watching Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. I'm Darren Prater. Coach Larry Holscher is alongside for the broadcast.
Now, you see Waco, the Lions, and my apologies to all you Waco fans out there, but you see them come out in what I've always heard as a crazy eights formation where you got 3, 3, and 3. Boundless possibilities for fakes out of this particular set. So it'll be interesting to see as the night goes on, if we don't see a couple fakes, maybe bring a guy on one side to take another guy off on the other to get numbers of receivers on one part of the field or another.
So this will be the first play of the second quarter. 6-0 Bobcats. Jimmy Edwards on the pass from English for the Bobcats' lone touchdown. PAT was no good. Low snap, he gets it under control, and the punt return team is waiting on it. Fair catch at the 34-yard line. Bobcat offense will set up shop. They scored on their first possession. They turned it over on the next one. See if they can get it in gear.
Well, and you got to love starting your offense at the 34. You're only 16 yards away from midfield. You don't feel the pressure of being backed up to your end zone or having to go 80 yards. So good starting position for Central's offense here.
English, he's thrown one touchdown pass tonight. He will have Hewitt to his right. Tight and right. Here's the handoff. Hewitt, and he is smothered and taken down quickly by Jalen Guide. The linebacker, a junior at 215 pounds, just swallowed him up.
Yeah, you'll see Gude right there. He's a very big young man. Just maul him and take him to the ground.
Hewitt to the right of Squeaky, 2 receivers up top. Kasner Stribling goes in motion. Squeaky rolling out, throwing, picked off.
That's going to be intercepted.
That's a fumble and an interception tonight. 2 turnovers for the Bobcats.
And that was number 4 for Waco High, Johnson, on the pick. When Squeaky's rolling out to the right, and he's trying to throw to a little stop route, about a 12-yard stop route, and he turns his shoulder and just overthrows it.
Well, Squeaky, when we spoke to him on our Bobcats Insider show, when things were going really bad in Amarillo, I said, what was going through your mind? He said, don't make it worse. So probably right now he's thinking, let's just not make it worse. We're all right.
Right. And in that situation, all you can do is say, what's the next right thing? What's the next right play? And you got to have a short memory at times in this game.
Big hole on the right side of the line across the 40-yard line. It's the best run so far of the evening for the Waco Lions.
And that's number 33, Luis Angel Garcia, with the tackle.
Yes, sir. Somebody's mouthpiece went flying.
Yeah, no, it was a vicious hit. That's what I love about this game. It is a physical game.
Tell you what, this Waco team, when I lived in Waco, there were some times that it's like Midway was in their district. They were riding high, and Waco beat them. They're a team that can sneak up on you. They don't like to lose. Immediately dropped.
What an amazing job. You're going to see this linebacker. He sees things clear up, and he hits another gear on this medical arts pharmacy replay. He hits another gear. He sees it open up right there, and he's in there in a heartbeat.
That is what Coach Smith notices. That's what he wants. Stop them dead in their tracks.
And if I mess his name up, I apologize. Perusqua.
He's done a great job.
Ricardo, yes, sir.
2nd down and 12 for Waco as Young throws completes to the Central 38-yard line out of bounds.
I'll call him Mr. P.
He gets in on a lot of the action.
Well, like I said, when you see things clear up like that and you fly through an open gap like that, you're probably a player, and you're a guy that's probably going to be around the ball quite a bit.
Young looks to the sideline. Waco got the ball back thanks to an interception. They recovered a fumble tonight too, so Bobcats certainly not mistake-free, but they don't need to let them get back into this. It's only 6-0. 10 minutes to go in the half. Caught! I don't know how. He caught it inside the 20 to the Angelo MRI red zone.
Once again, that's number 18, Grinds, with the reception for the Lions.
Now they're, well, Momentum is wearing the black, red, and white right now. Had a Bobcat right in his face, too. And Mason Van Sickle made the stop.
Yeah, you know, and that's your Mike linebacker down the field. That was Jaden Torres Jackson that kind of slipped right before the ball got to him.
First and 10 from the 15 in the Angelo MRI red zone. Young throws, goes up, tipped, incomplete.
You know, and you see Central on a delayed blitz that time from their outside backer.
Jeremiah Lofton, who was just a sophomore, the intended target that time. And on the tight coverage, Zaki Haynes.
You know, what a great call for the defensive coordinator, because, I mean, he had the guy screaming in on a delayed blitz right in the passing lane.
Got Wes Cope, Destry Cope, defense, offense, Jacob Martin, linebackers coach. Van Sickle! That's what he does so well.
Yeah, he saw that running back go out on a screen as a release valve, and he was already headed that way when the ball was in the air. Great tackle right here. You'll see it on Medical Arts. You see him going out there already, and when the ball's in the air, he's flying, and Van Sickle just gator rolls him right there at the 12-yard line.
Jacob Jackson was up top bearing down on him, but they're not getting away at first contact, which has happened so many times to the Bobcats. They get the snap off. Going to the end zone, almost picked off. He got a hand on it, but couldn't bring it in. That was Jaden Torres Jackson. Let's take a look at the Medical Arts Pharmacy instant replay.
Yeah, I really think he was surprised that that gift was coming to him right there.
Like, hey.
He did a great job of tracking in the air, and the minute it got there, it just popped right off his hands.
8:37 to go in the half. Ball's on the 13. 6-0 Bobcats. They scored on their first offensive series and haven't done much since then. Fumble recovery from Waco plus an Bobcats 7 interception for Squeaky English. Angelo MRI red zone. Third down. 3-man. They get to the outside, and the Bobcats cannot hang on to him. About 3 different defenders could not hang on to the ball carrier, and that's an Alpha Paving touchdown for the Waco Lions.
Yeah, Smith would just high need through all the broken tackles right into the end zone. You'll see one there, and another one right here. He got behind that big old lineman and finally was able to squirt out for a touchdown.
Well, they can take the lead on this PAT. Tis up. Tis no good. Having trouble with these extra points tonight. 8.5 to go in the half. We are tied. San Angelo Central 6, Waco 6 here on homecoming night at San Angelo Stadium. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Central Bobcats football live on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
At VGI Technology, our mission is to connect and protect our communities using innovative technologies while providing an exceptional customer experience. Everyone on our team took part in creating this mission statement, and everyone on our team is committed to stand by every word. So for your home and office internet, security, cameras, and smart technology, call on your neighbors at locally owned VGI. VGI, to connect and protect.
San Angelo, it's time to invest in your home and protect your future. Olivas Restoration and Solar, your trusted partner in roofing, solar, insulation, and fencing. Call Olivas Restoration and Solar today for your free consultation.
Welcome back to homecoming night at San Angelo Stadium. You're watching Central Bobcat football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. Bobcats went up 6-0. PAT no good, and it's been a while since they scored, but Waco scored on their last possession to tie it up at 6. Having trouble with extra points. Their extra point was no good as well. Mason Smith, the senior running back, nice run around the left side for the touchdown for the Lions. 6-6, 8.5 to go. We have ourselves a ball game here on homecoming. Here we go. The Schertz Landscape Company kickoff to the 34.
You know, and he let that one hit right in front of him. It ended up being a good decision because it bounced outside, but man, that's the stuff that'll scare a guy.
Mm-hmm. So I'll tell you this. When I lived in Waco, I did a radio morning show, and I said, if Waco wins this is the year they went to state, I'll kiss a potbelly pig on the snout at the pep rally if they win this week. And they did. So I had to.
Well, that was probably better than kissing it on the mouth, right?
Yeah. So, yeah, right there in front of everybody at the Waco pep rally. But I was a man of my word.
Kissed him right there on the rooter, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Back in the days of Coach Johnny Tusa. Kwame Cavill, the former Texas Longhorn, was the coach here for several years at Waco. Hands it off. Patient, finds a hole to run through. Darius Hewitt. He's thrown backwards near the 35. They'll give him the 35-yard line.
Yeah, you know, now you see this overhead view. That gives you an idea. The stands are actually filling up higher. There's more up in the horseshoe. We saw that right when we came back from break.
Gotta love it. People turn out for homecoming anyway, but a chance to go 3 in a row, which makes it a little bit more fun. But they're having their struggles.
Oh, when you're winning, it's always more fun. Everybody knows that. That's almost one of those Captain Obvious statements, but it's definitely true.
I do a lot of those kind of statements. Throwing, caught. Across the 40, went to the 44-yard line.
That was tackled by number 25. That's the left corner Compos for Waco.
And that was Jaden Mack. He's had a good game tonight.
What a name, Jaden Mack. Return of the Mack.
Return of the Mack.
They may need to think of him as their punt returner.
That was a return of, that was
just for that reason.
It's a return of the Mack.
And didn't play the song every time.
English throws to Hewitt. Hewitt makes the grab, turns down the sideline. He goes to the 45-40 inside the 35-yard line and pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, he's going to go out of bounds at the 42 of Waco. So now they're on Waco's end of the field. And you see it right there.
Clock at 7:09 in the half, tied at 6.
So now you see the Bobcats with trips to the boundary with a back to the boundary. When I'm referring to the boundary, I'm referring to the short side of the field, which would be the Bobcats' left right here.
Here's Hewitt. 40 inside the 40-yard line, down to the 39. The run from Hewitt. They're giving him a lot of work tonight.
A lot of times you see them go trips to the boundary like that with the back to the boundary. All they're trying to do is widen, get a little more field. You'll see it right there. Great shot. You see how much green grass is over on the field side.
Left side, not a whole lot there on the ground for the Bobcats, and that was Elijah Allen with the carry.
Right, and that was
over a minute.
That was Dugas for the Lions on the tackle. Yeah, Hewitt came out the play before, a little banged up. He's still kind of on the sideline checking. Looks like he's trying to walk off a little bit of an ankle tweak. But I'm sure he'll be back in this series.
Jacob Reyes snaps the ball.
He's going to gain a yard here, which is going to bring up a 4th and 4, and now Central's got a decision to make.
Elijah Allen on the carry. Yeah, this is a big decision.
You know what you'd love to do right here is see if you can draw them off, and if not, take a 5-yard penalty if you plan on punting it. You know, if you feel like you can get a first down, then go ahead and throw that bubble or slip out there, because there's a whole lot of grass and you got a walked off safety.
Gavin Johnson wide to the left, 2 up top. Stribling is in there.
Waco looks like they're going to roll to 3 to the field side.
John Paul Nombrano is in. Squeaky, 3-step drop. Throws quickly.
And that's going to be real close, and it will, I do believe, be a first down.
John Paul Nombrano comes in, gets the reception, and moves the sticks for the Cats.
Yeah, just a running back flare. They clear it out with the receiver, and a linebacker's got to go out there and make that play. I'll take a running back on a linebacker most days.
O'Shawn Neal on the stop for Waco. Been giving us fits as of late, this Waco team. Squeaky. Nombrano steps out of a tackle, but he won't get much further than that as he is wrapped up by Zero, and that's not the first time that he's made a solo tackle. Jalen Guide.
Yeah, Zero in the left corner. Campos were both there meeting him.
He is a junior, 215 pounds.
And there's Hewitt back in the game, and he's going to be stopped after a gain of 2.
Guess who?
Dugas, I'm sure.
I'll tell you, he's playing like a man possessed. He's playing like a man possessed.
Third down.
Medical Arts Pharmacy instant replay. Boy, he is in the zone right now.
Well, I mean, he's flowing downhill really well.
It is 3rd and 8 from the 29. Squeaky throws. Gonna get it, I think. Ooh, that should be a first down. Jimmy Edwards.
Yeah.
Had Lil Stephen Lloyd pushed him out of bounds.
That's Lil Stephen.
They throw to the left in the flat. Goodness me, that was a hard hit, but he still keeps going inside the 16-yard line. Angelo MRI red zone.
Yeah, that was
Cats. Mac
Levinston for Waco on that hit. I mean, vicious, nice physical hit.
Handoff Hewitt. Runs into a brick wall at the 10-yard line.
But that's going to be good for another yard and a first down.
And you know what's good to know is we have a field goal kicker who made a 15. Made several below that last week, so need be. Jaden returning the back. Slot left. Gavin Johnson on the left. Edwards is right. 1st and 10 in the Angelo MRI red zone, and the handoff. Hewitt! It's a hole on the right side. He has the 5 inside the 5-yard line to the 4. Nice run by Hewitt.
Yeah, that was a great run in this Angelo MRI red zone for Hewitt. I mean, he saw that hole and he just accelerated through it.
See the aerial footage from Concho Sports Hindenburg.
We just hope it doesn't reach the same doom.
Airwolf. Air Bobcat. Haven't seen the Beast formation much tonight. Hewitt, he's grabbed. Not going to go very far. He'll get the line of scrimmage if he gets that.
Yeah, and that was Puente getting off of a block and just meeting him right there in the middle of the field. Actually, that was
56.
Dugas, number 55, on that tackle.
He has 11 hurries unofficially. He has a sack, too. Yeah, they have 3 sacks total. Here's the orange starburst.
We'll see if they run the smash again.
The Beast. Can they feed it a touchdown? Yes, they can, because when the Beast is hungry, the Beast has got to eat. Alpha Paving touchdown.
You know, and that was Nombrano on that run. And they kind of threw a little bit different wrinkle in the Beast formation in the fact that was a delay. I mean, they faked You'll see it on this Medical Arts replay. They put it right there in, and they're showing smash, and he just waits a second as the left guard and left tackle both kick out, create a nice little seam for him to run through.
Lombrano came in and just started getting after it.
A different way to run the dead T Central has found, out of gun, and the lights are going to blink around for you.
Cheerleading squad and the homecoming crowd happy.
Sorry, I guess I should use a different word rather than blinking. They were twinkling.
There you go, sir. 2:17 to go in the half. 13-6. Bobcats back on top here on homecoming night at San Angelo Stadium. You're watching Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
Pain is never planned, and recovery time is never convenient. But the last thing you want to do is wait for answers. At Angelo MRI, you are more than a number. We can get you results within 24 hours at a price you can afford. So when you need to get back into the game fast, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI. We hope you don't need us this season. But in case you do, remember, it's your health, your choice, your MRI.
Back at San Angelo Stadium, you're watching Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. I'm Darren Prater. Harlan is off this week. Coach Larry Holscher is with us, and the Bobcats are back up 13-6 over the Waco Lions. Here's the Shirts Landscape kickoff. It goes
and they've got a seam around the right side.
And out of bounds at the 36-yard line, and a helmet comes off from one of the Bobcats.
Yeah, that's a little scary when, everybody starts converging to the ball and you've got a whole lot of green out here in the right. He saw it and he said, I'm going there. In a hurry.
We have 2:08 to go in the half. Bobcats up by 7. Had some problems with extra points tonight. Evan Vaughn got his second attempt. And that was Chase Rhines on that return for Waco. They're feisty. 2-2, 2-2. They've won more than they have in the last, quite a few seasons since 2017. That was the last time Waco had a winning record. They went to the playoffs.
Yeah, both of them are trying to get that win before district play
8,
starts.
Receiving team.
Looks like it's going to be a hold against the Bobcats, which is going to put them in a tough situation. No, it's going to be offsetting.
Kicking team.
Possibly.
Both penalties will be enforced. First out.
The Levis Restoration and Solar penalty. John Paul Nombrano on the last touchdown for the Bobcats. Jimmy Edwards on the touchdown reception for the first one. Yeah, Waco, they got some fans spread out, but here's to them for making that. That's not a short drive at all.
No, that's what I looked that up. 207 miles that they traveled tonight. But out here in West Texas, 207 miles or a 3.5 hour trip. It is what it is.
I don't know miles, I know time. It's 4 hours.
That's a 4-hour trip, right? And you're not even halfway across the state at that point.
Last time,
pretty big state.
Places I've lived, Waco, College Station, I go back to visit, I don't recognize half of them. They're so different now. They've changed over the years, the last 10, 15 years or so.
Well, I was looking at it because, I saw a comment where people were talking about Central playing 5As. There wasn't a lot of 6As, I guess. Because a lot of them want to stay where they're at because there's enough 6As to play in like a DFW or Austin or Houston. San Antonio.
5A D2 is where these Waco Lions are. And with 2 minutes to go in the half, not much there.
Yeah, you'll watch Buck, I do believe, come off this block. No,
Sandoval, the first to get there.
Just a twist block. Yeah, Buck came off the block and made a great tackle from his defensive end spot, and it was a twist, and he just found himself a gift. But going back to what I was saying, there's a lot of 6As in San Antonio and Houston, which is really about 206 miles away, and about 209, I do believe, to Austin. So the distance between Waco and Austin and San Antonio are all kind of relative.
Finds a hole on the right side.
All kind of relatively the same. Really, it comes down to just finding somebody that has the competition that you want, that's willing to play you during realignment.
Right, and I like the fact that, 50-50 against big country schools. We're going to have district for West Texas schools, got some Central Texas schools, kind of covering some ground.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of want to, every state, what I found when I was coaching is every part of the state plays, football's football, the game's the game, but they all have different spins on it, and they all value different aspects of the game. So it's kind of nice to go play a Panhandle school in Amarillo, a kind of I-35 school in Waco, and if you can throw in a DFW school, that's great too. Playing those Abilenes is kind of the same thing because they're in a DFW district, or have been, so they've kind of adapted some of those nuances as well.
There's some good football in the Waco area. Mart, China Spring, Lorena. He's going to throw the halfback pass, and it is caught. Nope, out of bounds.
Dropped. Number 28 did a great job for Central of breaking that up, and that is Kason Rogers breaking up that pass. I mean, he perfectly timed. You'll see it on this Medical Arts Pharmacy instant replay. He throws it up. Well-timed hit right there that dislodges the ball.
Thanks to Medical Arts Pharmacy for our instant replay tonight. Hey, there's some young Bobcat fans. Plenty in attendance.
Yeah, give you a good idea at home, the kind of atmosphere. We see the same punt crazy eights here, and it's kind of a bad snap that rolls down.
Not a great punt.
No, and
the
kid's
it's going to take a Bobcat bounce.
Exactly. It hit and it bounced right back. So from the start of that to the finish, and there's the Bobcat fans again. You see a lot of orange up in the stands tonight. All here to celebrate homecoming in San Angelo, which is always fun because some of those guys who's been away for a little bit come back.
See, I've spotted like 3 people that owe me money and several people that have wronged me.
I don't even want to know what you're into that they owe you money.
Oh, man, I'm petty.
It happens, man.
Squeaky English, just over a minute to go in the 13th.
Taking a shot at it.
Oh, he lays out for it and can't bring it in. Oh, it was close inside the 10-yard line.
And a very beautiful pass right on. He led him a little bit on this Medical Arts Pharmacy replay, but watch this pass. You'll see its trajectory in the air coming down right now, right off his fingertips.
Jimmy Edwards.
Those are the ones in practice you jog back and you say, again.
Second down and 10, 58 seconds. Bobcats have 1 timeout remaining. Still time to score. He hands it off. That's Hewitt. He'll get a couple of yards wrapped up at the 46-yard line. By guess who? He's been in so many plays that he is a baller. Jalen Gide.
You want to talk about beast?
Gide.
That dude is everywhere.
Yes, absolutely.
He's one of them when you turn film on, he pops off film. He's the one that just leaps off of the film when you turn him on because he's everywhere tonight. He's even got the towel like a tail of a lion.
Oh, cool. I didn't even notice that. Kwame Cavill played for Waco and he ended up being their coach. Big hole, left side. Hewitt across the 40, running downhill to the 36-yard line. First down, Bobcats, and a nice run by Hewitt.
Yeah, the O-line made a massive hole. 78 was able to get up on Hewitt before number 19 to give Hewitt was able to get up on Goudet to allow Hewitt to run down the field before number 19 Tepete.
And Chase Rhines, I think.
Or Lyon.
So no timeouts remaining for the Bobcats. They just called one. 6 seconds to go in the half, and they lead it 13-6. Been a good competitive game so far, quite entertaining for the homecoming folks. Bobcats would love to have the chance to put some more points on the board, but a little bit probably out of the range of Evan Vaughn on the 37-yard line. What do you do here, Coach?
1st and 10.
37, 6 seconds. No timeouts.
Well, you've got to take a shot with 6 seconds. I don't think you can get off 2 plays, so you've got to throw it all right here.
Look at that number 1 fan. Oh, that's the cutest thing.
Me, I'm probably taking 2 posts by number 2. I'm putting 2 people in the zone, and if one tips it up for the other one.
Goudet is in the middle of the field. Looks like he's a spy.
But they're going to be happy to just throw it and get out of bounds, and that's going to give them 2 seconds. So
26, that's Gavin Johnson.
They're going to give Vaughn a chance here from the 26.
43 yards for the field goal?
Yeah, yes, 43-yard field goal here.
That's nothing for Vaughn. Here he goes. And I believe Waco's going to call a timeout.
Waco's doing what they need to do, which is call a timeout. Kudos to Central for getting 2 plays off. I really didn't think in high school football that they'd be able to get it for the simple fact that you're thinking 2 to 3 before the ball's let loose, and then the travel time of the ball in the air and then to get out of bounds. But that's a sign of a pretty well-coached football team.
Hey, it's homecoming. We can chunk up Hail Marys and get away with it on homecoming.
Well, but I'm here to tell you that's a well-coached football team, because that's a lot of timing that has to happen. Like I said, 2 to 3 seconds for that ball to come out of that quarterback's hand, another second for it to fly in the air, and then another second for you to do whatever you need to do. And that's pretty much 4 seconds worth is what they ran off of that clock. Just a catch and then a
Gavin Johnson
step out of bounds.
And just right out of bounds. All right. Be a 43-yard attempt out of the hold of Brett Jones to go up by 10. 2 seconds to go. 1 second. Vaughn! Good! From 43 yards out. Evan Vaughn, Mr. Reliable. The field goal is good, and the Bobcats add 3 more, and that's going to be the end of the first half. And hey, couldn't ask for more heading into the locker room on homecoming than a light show.
Well, you know what if you're Central, what you love about that whole series, like I said, the last 6 seconds was ideal, and it's what you build on going into that halftime of what happens when you do your job to perfection. Like I said, 6 seconds, and they wasted 4 seconds, and they did not waste any part of that play to set up a 43-yard field goal by Vaughn.
Not quite a well-oiled machine, but getting there.
That was. I'm still impressed with that.
Our score is 16-6 here on homecoming night at halftime. Of course, we'll have the Texans and the band coming up. Some more details on the homecoming festivities, and we'll be back at San Angelo Stadium right after this. You're watching Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Would you like a time-lapse of your construction project? Damon Bell Photography and Drone Services. Need to check your roof for hail damage but don't want to climb up that rickety ladder? Perhaps you're selling property. We also cover sports and weddings. Damon Bell Photography and Drone Services.
Save $10,000 on a new 2024 GMC Sierra 1500 truck. That's right, you could save $10,000 on a new Sierra Pro Crew Cab. Drive a new GMC Terrain and save $5,000. Or save $5,000 on a new Buick Encore. $10,000 off a new GMC Sierra, $5,000 off a new GMC Terrain, or $5,000 off a new Buick Encore. That's huge savings. Mitchell Buick GMC. your hometown dealer.
San Angelo, it's time to invest in your home and protect your future. Olivas Restoration and Solar, your trusted partner in roofing, solar, insulation, and fencing. Call Olivas Restoration and Solar today for your free consultation.
Since 1957, Medical Arts Pharmacy has been your neighborhood professionals, welcoming you when you come in and delivering when you can't. Through all the advancements in medicine, therapies, and equipment, Medical Arts has grown with you to make sure your family has the very latest in care. Today, we can offer you immunizations, all of your medicines in special multi-dose packaging, and compounding right here in your neighborhood pharmacy, where some things have changed with the times, but the best things never will. Medical Arts Pharmacy.
He had never given me insult. His Lord had no desire. I think it was his eye. Yes, vulture eye. And so by degrees, very gradually, I made up my life to take the life of the old man and rid myself of the eye forever. The beat of his hideous heart grew louder. I sang louder every moment. I thought the heart must burst. The old man's hour had come.
If I
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For your halftime enjoyment, San Angelo ISD is proud to present one of the oldest and most successful pool teams in Texas, the Central High School Texans. The Texans are under the direction of Kelly Green and Genesis Bradford. Texans are load on the field by Texan Araceli Mesa. First Lieutenant Cole Bauer. Second Lieutenant Emily Klein. Senior Lieutenant Bianca Grimes. Senior Lieutenant Monty Perez. Junior Lieutenant Emily Overground. And Junior Lieutenant Kennedy Wallace. The veteran line members of the week are Evelyn Lucier and Presley Weisner. The rookie line member of the week is Mallory Taylor and J.C. Boswell. Tonight the Texans will be performing to the exciting and energetic British Team Pick song, Toxic. And now, San Angelo ISD is proud to present the award-winning Central High School Mighty Bobcat Band. The band is under the field direction of drum major Denison Jones, Morgan Rangora, Drew Dobson, and Addison Gentry. The Parsley Music Band members of the week are Woodland, Abraham Armenta, and Chase Hall. Brass, Michael Smith and Josh Picard. Percussion, Christian Sanchez. Color guard, Emil Haller. Ricky, Charles Hargrave, and Ella Kaufman. The section of the week is the color guard. Tonight the band will present its entire 2024 field show entitled In Bloom. This production will take you on an exciting journey through the cold depths of winter to the energetic rebirth of spring, featuring musical selections Arrival of the Birds, Soika from the Lieutenant DJ Suite, and Anna Hensong of Full of Bliss, and Folk Festival from the Gab Club. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the mighty Bobcat Band.
Angelo Stadium. You're watching Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network. Thank you for joining us. Central Bobcats football is presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. It is halftime, and the Bobcats lead the Waco Lions here on Homecoming 2024, 16-6. Evan Vaughn nailed a 43-yard field goal as time expired in the half to put the extra 3 and put the Bobcats up by 10. Darren Prater and Larry Holscher here. Thanks to all of our sponsors. We definitely appreciate you. Thanks to the administrators of Central High School for letting us do this too. Bobcat fans want to let you know if you're in the market for a new car or truck, go see the folks at Mitchell Automotive Group. That's Mitchell Toyota on Knickerbocker Road and Mitchell Buick GMC on Sherwood Way. If you want to watch our games on your TV live in high def, all you have to do is install Concho Sports Network, Roku, or Amazon Fire TV app. Just search Concho Sports on Roku and Fire TV. And be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, at Concho Sports on YouTube, and smash that like button. We do appreciate it. Waiting on the Bobcats to come back out on the field. Playing well so far.
And here they come. You know, in a couple of scores of interest in this district. You know, right now, Wolford Friendship is beating Midland Christian 21-14. Odessa Permian Panthers are playing Carver, Alabama, and they're up 14-6 at the half. Of course, the game you're watching right now, Colleen Ellison and Odessa Broncos will meet up tomorrow. I guess it should be Bronchos will meet up tomorrow at 1 at Shotwell Stadium in Abilene. And Midland Legacy will play Ruston, Louisiana tomorrow at 7 p.m. in Ruston, Louisiana, it looks like.
Hey, Larry, you know I got to mention this. When I was a kid, the Ruston Cannon came over and went hunting with my dad, took us out to eat and played Atari with me. That would be Burt Jones, who was the quarterback for the Baltimore Colts at the time. Played for LSU. He was from Ruston, the Ruston Cannon.
That's pretty cool, man.
Heck yeah, it is.
That's one of those do cool stuff with your kids, right?
That's just one of those. My dad meets somebody at the Dairy Queen. Next thing you know, an NFL quarterback is in our living room.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that either. That's fun.
Yeah. So Bobcats getting ready to receive the kick. They deferred, so they'll get the opening kick here of the second half. Here's how it has gone so far. Jimmy Edwards gets the first touchdown for the Bobcats. John Paul Lambrano on a run. He got a reception. He was a big part of the drive, the scoring drive, and he put the icing on the cake with the Alpha Paving touchdown. Evan Vaughn he missed one extra point. He made one. Bobcats were up 13-0, and then Waco got on the board. They had trouble with extra points too. But Vaughn, he's good at field goals, a 43-yarder to give the Bobcats 16-6 lead. Thanks for joining us on Concho Sports Network. We're ready to get back to action. This is Homecoming 2024. The Bobcat crowd is big, and they are loud and happy so far. Third meeting between these two, 1958, the last time they played. Church Landscape Company bringing you this kickoff, and goodness me!
Right, and that was Gavin Johnson who caught the ball at the 25 on a run, took it to midfield, found a hole, jumped in this hole on this Medical Arts Pharmacy Instant Replay, jumps in that hole right there, battles through a couple potential tacklers to gain about 7-8 more yards, almost out to the 50-yard line. They'll start at their 48.
What a run from Gavin Johnson. I lost him for a second.
You know, we get a good look at a couple of the ROTC kids at Central taking a little pride in folding the U.S. flag the way it should be done.
1st and 10 from the 48. Bobcats moving right to left. English hands it off to Darius Hewitt, tries to reverse directions, and he will go nowhere. That's going to probably be a loss for Hewitt as he was brought down by Brian Daniels.
Right, Brian Daniels just jumped right in there and stuffed that play before it even had a chance to develop.
2nd down and 12, loss of 2 on the Hewitt run. Daniels got him a stop for a loss. Gavin Johnson wide to the bottom of your screen. Jaden return of the MAC is slot left. I believe Edwards is up top. Squeaky English wants to throw. That was scary.
Yeah, it was. You could see the safety. He read it almost immediately. You'll probably see him right on the edge of your screen right there. You see him in the corner. He's just waiting on that pass.
Boy, you know, that's the thing that the Bobcats have been doing.
That's one Squeaky would probably want back if I had my guess. But either way, that's going to bring up a 3rd and 12 for the Cats at their own 46.
Jamal Johnson on the coverage that time for Waco. Dribbling. Oh, and we have an Olivas Restoration and Solar flag. It's going to be a false start.
Prior to the snap, false start. 72 offense.
So that's going to put them in a little in even more of a hole and bring up a 3rd and 17 at now their 41-yard line.
Just underway in the second half, 16-6. Bobcats lead this one. They have not trailed in this game against the Waco Lions. Both teams 2-2. English dumps it off, and there's a big hole for Hewitt. And he is into Waco Lion territory at the 40-yard line.
They needed 17 yards, and that nice little shovel pass to Hewitt, just a middle running back screen, and he gains 18 yards for a first down. What a great play call. You know they're going to be aggressive with 3rd and 17, and there's going to be a lot of field, and sure enough, he just had to be patient with it a little bit.
Ball is on the 41, first down. Squeaky throws, going to chunk it to the sideline.
Yeah, that was a great job by Squeaky of just game management right there. From the start of that play, it was busted with a bad snap, and he went to green grass and then just threw it away to survive another down.
You know, Squeaky's not a wild man out there. He's not trying to make something happen with his feet every play.
No, and that's something that he's grown over the years into more of a game manager.
Selfless. They do that little jet sweep toss to Jimmy Edwards, tries to turn the corner, ends up out of bounds.
You know, and what a great job by Jimmy Edwards. You'll see him on this little jet sweep. He gets it there, but the minute he can turn it up, he turns it up right there and then goes flat again to try to outrun number 23.
It's Isaiah Livingston,
the safety for the Waco Lions.
Waco, much like Central with the 3-man front, they run a lot on defense.
And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 2 now for the Bobcats.
See if they can convert here. Gonna be, no.
In fact, he's actually going to lose about a half a yard.
I'm willing to bet zeros in on that. No, not that time.
Now that was number 6.
Yeah, that was Terrence Johnson. O'Shawn Neal also went on that stop. So we have a 4th and 3 in the 33. Bobcat's going to go for it, of course, and why not? Hewitt is the back. Squeaky looks to the sideline. Coach Mark Smith. Wes Cope fakes the handoff, throws it complete with room to run. Mack inside the 25 and a Bobcat first down. Jaden Mack on the reception. Jamal Dudley Johnson on the stop.
You know, that's a great job of just finding a little 5-yard stop route by number 2, knowing that that's where the hole was going to be in that secondary to pick up that first down.
Little Stephen Lloyd couldn't hang on to him. Hewitt right, tries to go back the other way, and he's going to be slammed to the turf by one of their bigger guys. That's Jose Puente, all 215 pounds of him.
Right, you know, but he makes that tackle right at the line of scrimmage. So they get back to the original line of scrimmage. Hewitt to go out, and number 20, Elijah Allen, will come in at running back.
They haven't worked him as much as they have in the past, Elijah Allen.
They're going to give him the ball right here, just on a little inside zone.
Fresh set of legs has him close to the Angelo MRI red zone.
Yeah, that's going to be good for 2 yards. The tackle was made by number 95, Puente again. We've called his name a few times on this drive.
Left side of the line for the Bobcats. Chase Cole. Caleb Martinez, number 74. Call him Afani on the right side of guard. There's the throw and the reception, fighting for yards to the 11-yard line. Catch and fought for a few more yards.
Right, now it's dribbling with the catch. Yeah, and he's a load for number 23, Livingston, for Waco to bring down. And once again, they're hitting those intermediate routes. That was just about an 8-9 yard route, just a stop route that he had that Squeaky found him on and found a hole in that secondary.
Bobcats now moving the ball with authority. Momentum is back in an orange jersey. Inside the 5-yard line. Hewitt.
Once again, you see Hewitt patience to the hole, explosion through the hole. You'll see that on this medical arts pharmacy replay. He's patient, and then he sees it open up, and he hits a gear all the way down to the 3-yard line. The tackle was made by number 19, Tapete, and number 9, Neal, for the Lions.
Wonder if we'll be seeing the beast formation soon. 6:50 to go, third quarter. Bobcats knocking on the door.
So Central tried to speed up right there while I was talking about who made the last tackle and get a penalty for illegal motion. What should back them up 5 more yards to bring up a 2nd and about 7.
Caleb Martinez is number 74. He's a senior, 225, 5'7". I think that's the one Coach Garcia was calling the sheriff.
It'd be interesting to see if we see a rub route up top.
Gavin Johnson is on the left.
You start getting down here in the red zone, and all of a sudden routes start getting shorter.
Nowhere to go for Hewitt this time. He was met quickly by number 95.
That's Puente again.
Yeah, that's Puente again.
Yeah, no, he's been a definite factor for the Lions in this series.
Along with Terrence Johnson. Inside the Angelo MRI red zone. Squeaky throws. Kasner. Ball is on the ground. Bobcats get it at the 1. How about that?
That was a great heads-up play to keep that ball from going out of bounds. Just a great little slip route by the tight end. And they do, number 4 does a really good job, Johnson, for Waco to pop that ball out. But, it rolls right to Central. They jump on it and actually get a first down out of it. So now it's 1st and goal from the 1 for the Bobcats.
Great opportunity here. They go into the beast formation. The beast is hungry.
Left.
Can we feed it? A touchdown, Squeaky! Just across the goal line, he's hit, but it's an Alpha Paving Bobcat touchdown. English on the keeper from the 1. Touchdown, Bobcats.
Yeah, just a ISO going straight at you. This is what high school football in Texas is all about. You see this big old San Angelo Central flag flying up the stands. That thing's about 12 rows tall, as the PAT is good for Vaughn.
So Vaughn,
that is what it's all about, folks, right there. That's exciting.
The whole town comes together for homecoming 2024. Smiles on faces. 22-6 is our score. Let's take a look. The beast is hungry.
Yeah, it's just another way to run ISO with 3 big old bodies right there. They actually stunt right into the A gap And one of the beast backs picked that up, and Squeaky just goes right outside his outside shoulder for a score.
One of the Beastie Boys.
There you go, the Beastie Boys.
The Beastie Boys.
They have the right to party too, I guess, right?
After you score, for sure. The Beast has been fed a touchdown, and that's what the Beast eats.
So not the Beast back, the Beastie Boys come in the game.
Yeah. Let's see. Mason Van Sickle's a Beastie Boy. He got a reception out of that formation.
That's definitely better than calling it the dead T out of gun.
Yeah. The Beast. And the Beast, you can feed it to him.
Once the gun did not kill the T. Get it? It's a bad dad joke. I'm sorry.
They used to call that the full house backfield back in the day. Quarterback under center and 3 behind him lined up.
Yeah, well, it was the true T.
The wing T, yeah.
The true T, yeah.
Church Landscape Company bringing you this kickoff.
And the ball's on the ground.
Did one of the Waco players?
Yes,
they alive anyway. Oh,
they did recover it. They almost acted like there for a second they weren't sure if they wanted the ball or not. And the guy turned around and said, "No, we better jump on this thing. It's not a punt."
Chase Rhines got on it.
Once again, that ball just kind of dies.
Medical Arts Pharmacy instant replay.
Rhines is a young man that we've mentioned a lot tonight too. He seems to be around plays.
Clock is at 5:40. 23-6 Bobcats. Decisive victories. We like those, but this one isn't over yet. But got one last week. He's hit pretty quick. Gets up to around the 20-yard line on the carry, and that is Mason Smith, the senior.
Yeah, and that was honest coming down the line from his defensive end position to make that tackle for Central. His guy blocked down. The rule is they block down, squeeze it. And he squeezed, saw the play going away, and tracked it well.
2nd and 7 for the Lions. Whistle blows.
Looks like we'll have illegal motion this time. Nope, delay of game on
snap.
Waco.
False start. 60 offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains 2nd down.
Yeah, Waco in 2006 lost to Lamarck in the state championship. Then La Vega, I believe, the next year lost to Lamarck.
But I say Lamarck in the early 2000s, you want to talk about a beast.
In the 90s too. There's only one team that dominated them.
It was always Lamarck and Texas City, it seemed like.
Stephenville. Never lost to them. Played them 3 state championships.
Right, but that was when Browse was there, correct?
Yeah, 90s. He floats it and into dangerous territory. Could have been picked off.
Right, and that's a heads-up play by Brian Sandoval to bat that one down.
Sandoval the junior?
You know, you just see a screen, and he picked up on it and was able to bat it down. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 12 for the Lions.
4:38 on the clock here in the 3rd.
He wasn't fooled. If it's easy, it's greasy, and you don't take it. He sat back on that screen and waited. And now they get a little pressure.
Young throws underneath, and you can't hang on to it. There were Bobcats all over him.
You'll see on this Medical Arts Pharmacy replay over on the right side, they're just running a loop stunt. And that linebacker just flies through that gap to put a little pressure on Young to kind of be a little bit off the mark.
It's like Key Haynes on the coverage for the Bobcats. You've said his name a couple of times tonight. Number 11. It's an Olivas Restoration and Solar flag. They're bringing you our penalties tonight.
Personal foul, number 79, offense.
Had a parade.
Half the distance.
Last night.
Last night. And that's a tradition here as well. And what's cool about that parade is that every organization at Central, and we're talking about every sport too, has their own float in it.
Oh, nice.
So, or at least has the opportunity to have their own float in it. So it's a fun event that, for years I never got to watch it because I was always coaching on Thursday night. And then my last couple of years I got to come to it. It's really a fun deal.
The punt won't make the 50-yard line. Bobcats will have excellent field position as Jimmy Edwards makes the fair catch at the 45-yard line of Waco. I'm seeing, look at those mums. Look at that.
Hey, moms have hit another level these days. You know, I remember back in the day, I don't know, I guess we didn't have Miracle Grow because all you had was a single flower as a mom, you know, but now you got these things that are a foot wide. You got to have a strap just to wear them instead of an old needle like back in the 90s.
Right.
So
you have to work a year to pay them off.
Exactly. These things have definitely taken on a life of their own.
First and 10. Throwing, no.
Yeah, and that was well covered by number 23. That was Levinston again from his safety position, just getting over the top of
pass intended for Cameron Mayfield.
Yeah, you know, and Levinston did a good job of getting over the top of him, probably out of cover two, to kind of bat that ball down. But yeah, I've got a daughter that's a freshman now, and I'm not looking forward to. Luckily, I don't have to be the one that buys that mom for her because I'd have to take out a loan.
What if the baggy pants kid shows up on the motorcycle?
Well, look, if the baggy pants that shows up on the motorcycle treats her right, you know, she's a pretty smart young lady. I made the comment the other day, she's like peach salsa, you know, totally sweet until you push her too far, and then she's really, really spicy. So here's Central with a 3rd and 13.
Squeaky to throw, releases his pass, it's caught, Gavin Johnson inside the Angelo MRI red zone. It's Gavin with the reception.
What a great read by Squeaky. You'll see Gavin Johnson, you won't, but he's running a post right here. What a great little throw and catch, finally taken down by number 2, Johnson, and that is Zadrian Johnson for the Lions.
Hewitt bounces to the right, finds a hole. Nice game for Hewitt. Workman-like. You know, Coach wants to play bully ball. He's mentioned that several times. He wants to get to the point we can run people over.
Well, absolutely. I mean, the run sets up the pass. You know, that's my philosophy too. I get him. I understand him. Great patience there by Hewitt. It was really supposed to probably be an IZ to the right, and everything was collapsing, and he saw a spot over here on the left. You'll see it on this replay. He's trying to OZ that way. He sees this over here, and everything washes down, and he gets all the way down to the 5 for a 1st and goal for the Cats. Once again, the tackle was by Johnson for the Lions.
Mack and Johnson wide left. They hand it to Hewitt. Touchdown. It's an Alpha Paving Bobcat touchdown. There he is, Hewitt for the Angry Orange on the carry.
Almost a Statue of Liberty play right there. You see him hand it and then fake the pass. Not quite a Statue of Liberty because it didn't reach around, but same type of concept, you know.
You're noticing all these little wrinkles and things that are kind of different this season?
Yeah, I mean, that's the stuff that keeps them excited to come out to practice. Hey, what are we doing today? As that PAT's good, and there goes the SA flag again.
The homecoming light show, and the Bobcats are dominating.
You know, so if you're a school out there that needs a big old flag, contact Omar Tent Maker. So here's Hewitt, and it's just an IZ. It's nothing flashy. It's nothing. It's a very simple play that he's very patient. Once he gets the ball, he waits for that hole, and then he explodes through it.
30-6 Bobcats. We'll be back at San Angelo Stadium after this. You're watching Central Bobcats football live on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
When having a truck is essential, you should drive a Tundra from Mitchell Toyota. A Toyota Tundra is a formidable combination of power, space, and technology. Plus, it's a great-looking truck. Mitchell Toyota, where we put the deal back in dealership.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Shirts Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Back at San Angelo Stadium, you're watching San Angelo Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. Shirts Landscape Company bringing you our kickoffs tonight. And the return lasts about a second before one of the Bobcats slings.
Yeah, Jacob Jackson flew down the field. He didn't have a chance. Jackson had him wrapped up about a step after he caught the ball.
Yeah, just threw him to the turf.
We got some laundry on the field. It'd be interesting to see what the officials saw down there.
They'll leave us restoration and solar. Penalty.
Yeah. Don't get penalized. You know, call them. They'll figure it out for you.
Both teams looking to go 3-2. Both at 2-2 coming in. So the only time I ever bought a mum for someone was the French exchange student named Frederica. My dad, I didn't have a license, so my dad and I went and picked her up. That was sweet.
There's a whole lot into that story that I'm not even going to get into, man.
Oh, man, it was cool.
The French exchange student, your dad and you.
Well, I didn't have a license.
Well, I know. I get it. That's about like back in the day, if you wanted to call somebody, you got on the phone and did it.
0.
You know, but
both penalties will.
And this is going to be against Waco, so a bad
holding and unsportsmanlike on the Waco Lions.
So once again, it goes from bad to worse.
Double whammy.
You know, it wouldn't be surprised if they didn't hold Jackson on his way down there and he got off of it. But that's
first down, Waco
push them all the way
6.
back to their 6 in the shadow of their own end zone.
2:42 to go in the third. From the 6-yard line, they sent a man in motion, 3 receivers total. And trying to find something, and there is nothing there.
Yeah, you see Van Sickle just flying. He was not fooled. You'll see it on this medical arts replay. He'll come into your screen right there. He saw it, and he was gone. Nice open field tackle by Van Sickle, and then you know, here comes
second
more
down.
Bobcats to help clean it up.
Wyatt Buck was in on that as well. Talked to Coach Garcia, the offensive line coach, said he told them all he loved them first day of practice, but he's going to coach them hard, and that's fine.
Well, that's how you know you love them.
Mm-hmm. Waco.
Yeah, just a little swing pass out.
Not much there, and the Bobcats
and we
run him down.
Got some more Levis restoration and solar laundry.
Sandoval came flying in there, number 50, make the stop. Let's see what's going on. Coach Lyndon Helt is the head man for the.
It's in the direction of possible holding, but we'll see if that's what it truly was. Maybe blocking the back by the Lions. So that's going to be half the distance to the goal from where they're at currently.
The Air Bobcats
are from the spot, so we're going to bring up a second and around 12 for the Lions.
These Lions lost 3-0 to Granbury to start the season. They beat Corsicana, they beat Cleburne in overtime, lost last week to the Navasota Rattlers. They run it, and there's not much there.
No, once again, you see Van Sickle. He's the guy with the first contact. No, he's not the guy that ultimately brings him down. But you see Van Sickle right there. Man, he sees clear, and he goes, and then you just see a whole host of Bobcats come up.
I asked Van Sickle if he grew up watching any football heroes he wants to be like. He said, I didn't really get into football for a long time. He started playing it.
There's a lot of young people like that, you know.
Yeah, like the country singer Chris Stapleton played in college. He said once he wasn't playing, he wasn't interested. He wants to play, not watch.
Right. I think
Young from the end zone. Ooh.
They're going to get PI on Zakiah Haynes over at the right corner, but I think they're also going to have an illegal shift by Waco, if I had my guess. The guy who went in motion was actually going downhill before the snap of the ball. At least that's what I think they're about to say.
A little more discussion.
Illegal motion, offense.
Yep.
Pass interference, defense, number 11.
Exactly what I just described.
Those penalties will offset.
They're going to offset.
Replay third down.
And replay the down.
Homecoming, faithful. That kid, that's a dangerous character right there with the faux hawk. Love these Central fans.
So we got 3rd and 10 for the Lions.
Third down.
Coming out of the shadow of their own end zone.
Clock under a minute in the third. Going to try to run. He's in all kinds of trouble. Lucky he didn't get a safety.
And he's going to be sacked
Down he goes.
for a 3-yard loss. Now, I know Van Sickle, it seemed like he was in there early.
And that is one fired-up defensive unit for the Bobcats.
Yep.
Let's take a look. Who wrapped him up? Okay.
I was incorrect. 33 for the Bobcats.
Garcia, Luis Angel Garcia.
So that's going to bring up 4th and 14.
Don't forget Davis Darby, number 6, was in on that as well.
Yes, there was about 3 or 4 Bobcats that all converged on Young.
The swarming defense.
And he's going to get that off, and it's going to be a low liar that's going to roll. If he'll get behind it, he can actually return it a little bit, but he's going to leave it alone. And that'll have the Bobcats starting in Waco's own end of the field at their 38-yard line.
Well, Waco showed some offensive spark in the second quarter, and that's been the last time. They did recover a Bobcat fumble. They got an interception to get some momentum, but momentum is in an orange jersey for sure. We have one more quarter to go.
What a beautiful sight by the aerial view tonight.
Thanks to Damon Bell.
Yeah.
He is Lieutenant Damon Bell.
Yeah, Damon Bell does a great job getting us these pictures, but what an awesome sight that is.
Hey, fans, check out why First Community Federal Credit Union is the #1 local auto lender with great rates on new, used, or refinanced autos and a variety of payment options. They can help make your payment fit your budget. Be smart, bank smart. Apply online. 1cfcu.org or call them. 653-1465, 325-653-1465. Rates and terms based on approved credit. And be sure and follow us on our social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and on YouTube at Concho Sports.
That view right there that we were just looking at, that one excites me, man. That one, just watching that got my adrenaline going, to be honest with you, Darren.
It's pretty awesome.
I mean, I've just being in that one, there's a lot going on in that huddle that people don't even understand. That one's exciting.
Fourth quarter about to begin. 1st and 10 from the 38. It's 30-6 Bobcats. How about that? Hewitt had 50 rushing yards last week. To the right side, Mack. Not going to get anywhere. He's out of bounds near the 40.
You know, watching that play, you wonder why they toss the ball up for that little jet sweep, and the reason why they do that is because if it's dropped, it's an incomplete pass because it's forward. That's why they're not hand sweeping that, for anybody that's kind of curious. But it's a really cool way to do it, and not, if it goes bad, not get penalized for it.
They scored on that particular one, their first touchdown last week.
You know, number 19 for Waco, he trails that one and brings it down. That's to Pete for the Lions. You see him kind of sneaking up from that wheel backer position. He was on it pretty quick, slowing it down for 2 to come in, which is Johnson. That'll bring up a 3rd and 12, so Central's kind of lost a few yards along the way. But, you know, they've proven tonight that they can strike and strike pretty quick.
30-6. All Bobcats. The Squeaky wants to throw. Pressure coming. Throws. Caught! Inside the 35. He'll go down at the 22. Squeaky English.
And that was tackled by number 4, Johnson, for the Lions. But
Cameron Mayfield on the reception.
How about Mayfield finding and Squeaky understanding that thing's going to open up between that there's a tight window between that corner and that safety, that he put that ball, and Mayfield got there to bring that in for a first down.
Just starts outside the Angelo MRI red zone. Now they're there. Squeaky, sneaky, Squeaky. He's going to score. 22 yards. English on the keeper. You know he had to do it at least once tonight.
Right, and you what you just saw was how dangerous Squeaky can be with his legs. You know, he goes upfield and all of a sudden just does one little shimmy to the side, and he's on to the very smooth. Watch this move right here.
Butter. Smooth as butter. All right.
Great run, young man.
And there's the light show. 10:08 to go in the ball game. Bobcats on top. An Alpha Paving touchdown, 22 yards on the keeper for English.
And that'll be 37-6 Bobcats after that PAT was good.
Evan Vaughn with the PAT.
Once again, what a sweet view of the light show by Damon Bell.
Thank you, Damon.
Up top.
Wow.
I mean, guys, y'all are watching a high school live stream right now. I don't know if y'all realize that. This is impressive.
It's homecoming, too. We'll be back at San Angelo Stadium. You're watching Central Bobcats football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
At VGI Technology, our mission is to connect and protect our communities using innovative technologies while providing an exceptional customer experience. Everyone on our team took part in creating this mission statement, and everyone on our team is committed to stand by every word. So for your home and office internet, security, cameras, and smart technology, call on your neighbors at locally owned VGI. VGI, to connect and protect.
Back at San Angelo Stadium, Damon Bell at the controls of the Bobcat Airwolf. Shirts Landscape Company.
Air Bobcat up there.
The Bobcat won.
And that one's going to hit in the end zone, and once again, he puts an awesome spin on that ball, because when it hits, it dies, and it hadn't happened once. It's happened every time tonight. I mean, that's some impressive stuff, to set it down a half a yard in the end zone and for it to just stay there.
Yeah. 37-6 our score, in case you hadn't been keeping up. Squeaky English 22 yards on the keeper for the last Bobcat touchdown. Evan Vaughn with the extra point. Hey, Bobcat fans, want to let you know, if you're in the market for a new car or truck, go see the folks at Mitchell Automotive Group. That's Mitchell Toyota on Knickerbocker Road, and Mitchell Buick GMC on Sherwood Way. Mitchell supporting the Bobcats. Here's Young and the Lions. Nice hole to run through, 30 out to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, you know, once again, you just see an IZ that the hole opens up. You're going to see it right here. It's just an OZ-IZ, and he just sees the hole, turns it up, and then it's just let's go fight for yards until he's brought down by number 28 for Central, Cason Rogers. Same play again, and it's going to be good for another yard, and it's going to be close to a first down.
I know Jace Wild Bishop was in on that one.
And they do. They
get it?
They do call that a first down. So the Lions are moving.
They had a little spark in the first half. They got some turnovers, got a few breaks, but
once again, just the same play, sees the same crease before he's brought down from the backside end.
I believe that was Perez, too, that grabbed a hold of him. Jay and Perez.
You know, and this one's going to be for no gain. There's the mums you were talking about.
My goodness.
They had to go back to the mums, didn't they?
Those are beautiful.
I could make a car payment with all those mums for sure.
Right. I'll have it paid off soon. Had to get an extra job.
No, you know, but they make them where they last forever.
I made my own.
You saw one of Central's standout volleyball players, Emily Sikora, in that last shot. She's kind of making a name for herself on the volleyball world.
Oh, yeah.
Not only is she a great volleyball player, she's a classy young lady, too.
False start.
It was restoration, solar flag into Waco.
5-yard penalty. Remains second down.
So I told you Kwame Cavill played for Texas. He played at Waco and he coached at Waco. Shannon Elizabeth went to Waco High. American Pie, the exchange student.
Yes.
Jennifer Love Hewitt went to Waco High. And Ted Nugent's son Rocco wanted to play basketball there his senior year, so he went to Waco High from Crawford, transferred.
Those are some impressive celeb people right there.
Dr. Phil used to live in Waco.
Now that's amazing. Just a little swing pass for the Lions out to number 17. That's Whitaker. And he's going to gain 6 yards and bring up a 3rd and 8. Or 7 yards and bring up a 3rd and 8.
Like it's 7:43. Cheerleading squad fired up, getting the homecoming crowd fired up. Yeah, I have a relative that's a cheerleader. It's a senior. My cousin's daughter, and she's a good volleyball player, too. And back in the day, she wanted to get into skateboarding. Guess who taught her how?
I'm going to guess you.
Good old me.
You look like a skateboarder from way back.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. That was my thing. Spinning, it's young, and he doesn't get far, 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, that's just an OZ keep for Young.
Davis Darby on the stop for the Bobcats.
To pick up another yard, but it's going to bring up 4th and 6, and I'm sure we'll see our Crazy 8 pump formation. And why they call it Crazy 8, I'll never know. There's probably people older and smarter than me that could tell me that answer, but I'm not one of them. That's just what I remember it being called.
And Sickle backs off. Middle linebacker, and
he gets a great punt.
Fair catch at the 32-yard line. That's where the Bobcats will set up shop as Edwards with the fair catch.
And there's all the cheerleaders doing their push-ups.
Hey, you know when you're getting old, whenever you're skateboarding and you don't fall and you get hurt without falling. You just get hurt from turning.
That happens a lot of different things.
Yeah, you have to hide it. I'm fine, I'm good.
You reach for the remote, you know.
Oh, man.
All of a sudden you got an oblique strain.
It's got to be hard. You have experience as a coach. People who couldn't get up off the couch without getting injured criticizing you and the players. That's got to be frustrating sometimes.
So just a throw out to number 5, John Paul Nebrano. That's going to pick up about 5 yards to bring up 2nd and 5.
Let's not forget Nebrano has a touchdown tonight. And Brett Jones is in at quarterback. He got to play a little bit last week, so we had a number 10, Brett Jones. He's a senior, 6'2", 185.
Nebrano gets the ball again, and he's going to get out close to a first. I do believe they're going to spot it a first down for Central. You know, and with 6 minutes to play, this isn't cleanup duty. There's a good chance they get 2, maybe 3 series out of this 6 minutes, depending on how much they bleed these clocks, or if they actually take a shot down the field.
Brett was really good at managing the clock, got some completions last week, and finished out the game. Whoop, goes to the right. Hang on, shimmy.
He's got nothing but green grass. He needs to go, and he kind of does.
One and a good open field tackle for number 4, Jamal Dudley Johnson.
Yeah, you kind of see him. He was setting up, there wasn't there, and he saw grass the other way and said, I got to get out of here.
Kind of a shimmy. Whoa, hang on.
So that's going to bring up 2nd and 5 for the Cats.
2 receivers and the handoff. I believe that's Hewitt. After a couple of yards, he'll be stopped. Not Hewitt. Sorry about that. Get the new guys in.
Tackle was made by number 39. That's Darden for the Lions.
Matthew Alvarado, number 29, got that carry. Certainly don't want to get anybody hurt.
You know, you get a bubble screen. Oh, my goodness. If that sticks in his hands, he's got the sideline for another good 5-6 yards. That was...
You'll be thinking about that one for a while.
Yeah, that was number 89.
I don't think I have him on the roster that we currently have.
I do not.
Mack is 88.
Yeah, we do not have that young man on the roster. That's one he would like to have back, and because he was probably had a first down with that catch on just a bubble screen. Great block by number 1, by the way.
4th down and 3. They get ready to punt. Sandoval to snap it.
And that's going to go off the side of his foot. Yeah, that's going off the side of his foot. And it looks like it's going to be at Waco's 39-yard line, or 38. It's going to be pretty close right in there.
4:22 to go in the ball game. It's been a week of celebration. Bobcats be on a 3-game winning streak. It's a off week, a bye week to get ready for week 1 on the road. It's not Grande Stadium anymore. I just forgot the name of it. Anyway, Midland Legacy. It's going to be a tough game. They started out 0-3 this season, didn't they?
Yeah, but you got to look at who they were playing too. One of them was Allen, if I remember right. But what a trigger!
Stopped him dead in his tracks. That is
Zakiah Haynes.
Boom!
He sees the hips flip by the quarterback, and he triggers immediately.
Seek and destroy.
Great form tackle, wrapped up. Really good job, Mr. Haynes.
Waco Lions looking a little tired. Hands on hips. They put up a spirited fight. Out of the orange starburst and defense. Snap to Young. Young going long.
Yeah, you know, his receiver kind of got jammed up early on in his route, and that was just an overthrow by Young, but it's not entirely on the quarterback. He was expecting him to be a little further up, as we've got yet another Olivas Restoration and Solar
flag is down.
Penalty. Little laundry out on the field.
Last time they played, 1958. The Bobcats won that one.
7 for taunting. That play will count. 15-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Hey, there's a flag right in front of us, Larry.
Yes, sir. 3 of them. It looks like they're pulling the flags off the stadium. Now we're seeing the band on the opposite side of the field getting a little bit of break in the Texans.
Texans.
Gotta love it. They're still in this game.
Oh yeah. Always providing the spirit, and it's been a great homecoming night for Bobcat fans, for sure. Just like old times, Larry.
So we get just a sweep to the right for Smith.
Mason Smith, the senior. More mums, and more mums.
He's going to be good for about 3 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th and about 11.
We got to move these mums. The 24s have got to go. We got the 25s coming in, so these are priced to go. Man, look at that. Goodness. Well, go pick it out at the dollar store. That's where I would be. 2:53 and counting. 4:21 on the 28. Whistle blow.
There's a good shot at the band on the opposite side with the traditional. That's a tradition by the bands that the leaders of both bands will go to each band and just kind of get to know each other a little bit and then head back to their own band. But it's pretty cool. It serves as a reminder of the way we should be. Yeah, there's competition, but you can always find common ground.
Fair play. Fair catch by Edwards at the 42-yard line. Bobcats hang on to the ball, get a first down. This will probably be the end of it. And the homecoming celebration can continue.
I'm sure we'll see a lot, once again, I'm going to sound like Captain Obvious here, but I'm sure we will see a lot of just IZ, OZ, stuff like that. They're going to keep it on the ground and tell the running back to hold on the ball well. But there's the leadership of the band introducing themselves, just saying hi, and this is who we are.
Nice. Do they still bring the cheerleaders from the other team across at the end of the game?
Doing the same thing, I'm sure they do, yeah. Usually about the third quarter.
Brett Jones, the QB. They keep it on the ground. Keep the clock running.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole goal right now is let the seconds keep ticking off.
John Paul Nembrano on the carry. He's had quite a night tonight.
Is that Dynamo or Dynamini?
Dynamito.
Or Dynamite, Dynamo?
Dynamite.
Dynamite. There we go.
2nd down and 5 from the 47. Jones hands it off at somebody. He bounced off of somebody and went down.
Once again, all that is just an OZ that he finds a little bit of room off, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 2.
Get this first down. It's all elementary from here.
Right. Like I said, I don't want to sound redundant, but I see a lot of ground and pounding, which is what you should be doing right now. Just a very simple IZ. Now you see a counter. But once again, it's very simple, and he's got a first down as he wrestles himself away for about 6 yards.
Yeah. Those legs churning. It's a first down with 1:17 to go.
Tackle was by number 40, Loya, for the Lions.
Jones to Nembrano. Nembrano will be smiling. Got a touchdown, got some yards. Despite a fumble, despite the interception, the Bobcats bounced back. Just didn't let it get out of hand. And there's Jones. Kneel down. I think he'll have to kneel it one more time.
Yeah, that's the most beautiful play in football.
Absolutely. 37-6. A winning record going into district. A 3-game winning streak going into district.
Right, and that's what at pregame, that's kind of what you want. You want to go into this off week with a win and a little bit of momentum. It sure makes the practices way more fun, and when they're fun like that, they're more productive.
20 seconds, and that's going to do it. Coach Mark Smith and the Bobcats get another one to make it 3 in a row. They go 3-2 off week, and then Legacy on the road, and that will be live on Concho Sports Network. The Lions go to 2-3. We'll start district play in a couple of weeks in 5A, 10-5A Division 2. Time to shake hands. Our final score, the San Angelo Central Bobcats 37, the Waco Lions 6. And on the homecoming 2024, no last-second Hail Mary miracle needed. Just a tough game and a dominating performance for the 2nd week in a row from the Bobcats. 37-6. We'll be back with the Pixelcast Media postgame show to wrap this one up right after this at San Angelo Stadium. Hope you'll stick around. You're watching Central Bobcats football live on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
San Angelo, it's time to invest in your home and protect your future. Olivas Restoration and Solar, your trusted partner in roofing, solar, insulation, and fencing. Call Olivas Restoration and Solar today for your free consultation.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
Pain is never planned, and recovery time is never convenient. But the last thing you want to do is wait for answers. At Angelo MRI, you are more than a number. We can get you results within 24 hours at a price you can afford. So when you need to get back into the game fast, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI. We hope you don't need us this season. But in case you do, remember, it's your health, your choice, your MRI.
Would you like a time-lapse of your construction project? Damon Bell Photography and Drone Services. Need to check your roof for hail damage but don't want to climb up that rickety ladder? Perhaps you're selling property. We also cover sports and weddings. Damon Bell Photography and Drone Services.
Save $10,000 on a new 2024 GMC Sierra 1500 truck. That's right, you could save $10,000 on a new Sierra Pro Crew Cab. Drive a new GMC Terrain and save $5,000. Or save $5,000 on a new Buick Encore. $10,000 off a new GMC Sierra, $5,000 off a new GMC Terrain, or $5,000 off a new Buick Encore. That's huge savings. Mitchell Buick GMC, your hometown dealer.
San Angelo, it's time to invest in your home and protect your future. Olivas Restoration and Solar, your trusted partner in roofing, solar, insulation, and fencing. Call Olivas Restoration and Solar today for your free consultation.
Since 1957, Medical Arts Pharmacy has been your neighborhood professionals, welcoming you when you come in and delivering when you can't. Through all the advancements in medicine, therapies, and equipment, Medical Arts has grown with you to make sure your family has the very latest in care. Today, we can offer you immunizations, all of your medicines and special multi-dose packaging, and compounding right here in your neighborhood pharmacy, where some things have changed with the times, but the best things never will. Medical Arts Pharmacy.
When having a truck is essential, you should drive a Tundra from Mitchell Toyota. A Toyota Tundra is a formidable combination of...
Welcome back to San Angelo Stadium. You're watching Central Bobcats football presented by First Community Federal Credit Union, and what a happy homecoming night it is. No last-second miracle needed like a few years ago, just a dominating performance. And the Central Bobcats, 3 wins in a row, 37-6 over the Waco Lions to go 3-2 heading into the bye week. And then it's Little Southwest Conference time on the road in Midland against the Legacy Rebels. I want to thank all of our sponsors. First Community Federal Credit Union is the #1 local auto lender, our presenting sponsor. Great rates on new, used, or refinanced autos and a variety of payment options. They can help make your payment fit your budget. Be smart, bank smart. Apply online, 1cfcu.org, or call 325-653-1465. Rates and terms based on approved credit. First Community Federal Credit Union. Church Landscape Company, thanks to y'all. Olivas Roofing and Solar, Angelo MRI, Alpha Paving, Medical Arts Pharmacy. We appreciate all of you guys. Well, a dominating performance. Larry Holzer, your thoughts?
Oh, it was totally dominating. My initial thoughts are, Squeaky did a great job of managing the game. I know he had that one interception, but he was finding some windows tonight, and that's the sign of a young man who is getting to the point where he doesn't feel like he has to force stuff. He did a great job of finding his second and third looks at times, and he's only going to get better and be a little more on time with his receivers as the years goes on. Yeah. Defensively, man, Van Sickle, when it gets clear, he's gone. He's a force that when people look at the film, they're like, we got to make sure we figured this one out, because he will be all over the field. The secondary came in great tonight. They had their hands on a lot of passes tonight. Didn't come away with all the interceptions that they wanted, but they had PBUs. And anytime you got a pass breakup, that's not a completion. So that's always a good thing. So defensively, they're improving. Offensively, they're starting to come into their own.
And momentum for the first time heading into district. We have momentum and a winning record. Let's let that sink in.
Yeah, and like I said, you can't put a price on that, on what it's going to do, not only for the culture at practice, but the culture at school as well. When you're winning, and I know I'm going to sound like Captain Obvious, but when you are winning, things at that high school are just better. And then when they're better during the day, they end up being better at practice too, because the mood's just all around a happier mood, and it's just almost a recurring effect on it. Everything just keeps getting better.
Contagious.
Yes, sir.
Enjoy it. Homecoming 2024, and the Bobcats win it 37-6. Now, we have Bobcats Insider at 7 o'clock on Mondays at Shenanigans. We will not, with the bye week, we won't be having it this coming Monday, but the following to get ready for district, and then we'll talk more about this one numbers-wise. Not this following Monday, but the one after at 7 o'clock, and Chiefs Insider at 8, brought to you by Shenanigans Sports Bar and Grill and Orange Theory Fitness. Okay, the season so far. Slipped up a couple of times, got to mess up Cooper's homecoming with Coach Smith's coming home. Got to do that. Decisive win over Belton. Another Central Texas team decisive win over Waco, and we didn't let them spoil our homecomings.
Right. Well, and you were going to expect a little bit of that. You can have Coach Smith come in here, and you can go through off season. You can go through summer workouts, and if I had my guess, the first 2 or 3 weeks of spring, and then first two or three weeks of summer were probably rough, right?
Mm-hmm.
As they learn kind of who he is, what he's about, what he expects, and the fact that I hear what you're saying, but do I have to truly believe it? He made believers out of them in the spring and the summer. So you got to come out and play a really talented Abilene team the first game of the year, and that's a tough one, but you learn from it, and you learn how Coach Smith is going to react to things and act to things and who he is as a coach during the season. And now you're starting to see this team slowly starting to respond to these coaches, what they're about and what they're trying to push.
I'm sure all the coaches that have known him for years that have joined him on the staff will echo this as well. Coach Smith listens. I get that from him. He listens.
I've been around this game a long time, and I can tell you right now, he made me a believer within the first 30 minutes of meeting him because of what you just said. You can have a true conversation with him.
And he doesn't act. You don't get the feeling he would rather be talking to somebody else.
Right. No, he is truly, genuinely there with you, and is honoring that moment that way. And I think that's one of the things that you're starting to see the culture shift a little bit, and you're starting to see them follow that. And when you have that, now you can coach little things, right? And the little things add up to be big things, and that's what you're seeing. It's not just coach speak of, oh, they're getting better. No, that's what's happening. They're starting to trust their coaches, and when their coach says, you've got to fit out here, outside, and this is why you've got to fit outside, they start believing it. And once they start believing all those little things, even if the little thing is, I want that offensive lineman, I want your first step to be a 45-degree angle, all of a sudden they start believing it and doing it. And when you do those little things, big things happen.
Sincerity, too, and I don't know how to say this. The many times I've talked to him, I have a pretty good bull stuff detector.
Right.
He's
right.
sincere. There's no fakeness to him at all.
Right.
I think he's a real treasure to have.
No, I agree. He is a very genuine person, and that's why people naturally gravitate to that.
Coach Garcia, of course, with the offensive line. Jacob Martin, coaching those linebackers. Destrick Cope, West Cope, those guys as well, and all the staff doing a great job. Anything else, Larry?
No, man. It was great being back at San Angelo Stadium tonight. It really was surreal for me.
It's awesome. We know you've had some great experiences here, though. A lot of coaching experiences. I just remember when I worked.
A lot of great bonds.
I met you when I worked at Restaurant, and the next time, hey, coach, I'm going to get to do a game.
Right.
And now we're doing it together.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things. You're here and you develop a lot of relationships. It like I said, it's very surreal. It's really humbling, and it's fun to be back at San Angelo Stadium for a little bit.
Everybody be safe. Have a great weekend. Enjoy homecoming and moms and being young. And
Absolutely.
all the exes, enjoy coming back. Hope you have some good fellowship with your fellow ex-Bobcats. But once a Bobcat, always a Bobcat. They get it done tonight over Waco. Off week, then Legacy. Let's do it. It'll be on the road and live on Concho Sports Network. Thank you, Larry Holscher. It's been a pleasure as always.
Thank you.
Shay Harris, our producer, Brandon Richardson, and what's your name again? Aiden, what's your last name? Aiden, we appreciate you, man.
And don't
He was our
forget
spotter, Damian
Bell.
also.
I mean, those aerial picks, guys. Oh, wow. It's still hard to believe. This is a high school broadcast, man.
Hopefully we can continue to improve. Yeah, Damon Bell at the controls of the jet. We'll figure out a name for that.
Air Bobcat?
Yeah. We appreciate it. San Angelo Stadium, it's all over. Homecoming continues in the celebration of the Bobcats over Waco here at San Angelo Stadium tonight. Have a great weekend for everyone who was a part of this one at Pixelcast Media's Concho Sports Network. We bid you a good night. Till next time. So long, everybody.